Hello. It's Sunday again. It's February still. And we're back with Raincode. Because I enjoyed it last week. You want to find out what's going on, and I think that it did quite well on stream. If it turns out that, it doesn't go quite so well, then we'll stop. But I'm enjoying it. And isn't that really the main thing? Plus, I really want to find out what's going on. Ignore my hair. It is an absolute mess today. I don't know what's going on. So we left the game. We started off unconscious. No, we started off on a weird little island with this little ghost demon person waking us up. And then we find ourselves in the lost property room of a train station, and the train we're supposed to get, according to a letter in our pocket, is just about to leave. So we get on the train. We meet some of the people on the train, and we find out that there is one more person than there's supposed to be on this train, which is a little bit confusing. We introduce all ourselves. They seem vaguely sympathetic with the fact that we don't have any memory. We haven't unlocked anything yet. Continue. They seem vaguely sympathetic with the fact that we don't know anything. And then we pass out in the bathroom. We wake up and everyone is dead and set on fire. And then the train arrives, because it was an automated train, so there was no one else on board. So who the heck set all these people on fire? I don't know. And soldiers storm it, and we, try and run out, and then we get surrounded by soldiers and basically accused of killing everyone. And we're like, no, we were unconscious. And they were like, no, you drugged the coffee and the wine. And I'm like, no, we had coffee. There's a picture, but we only have 48 hours before the picture expires, but probably less than that, because we were unconscious for 2 of them. So 46 hours. But of course the TV can't hear us. The game can't hear us. And then our little demon ghost thing turns into a giant lady, and creates a portal for us, and we jump in the portal, and that was the last bit. So that's where we are right now. That was the whirlwind recap. We're in the labyrinth. Ooh, we are chained in a labyrinth. That's not good. Is this because we... Oh. Is this because we somehow asked for help from this death god? This looks a little bit like the amusement park in the first AI Somnium Files game.
Where am I?
Also, hi Circle. How are you doing today?
What do you think of my awesome powers? This is what you obtained in exchange for your memories, Master.
Oh yeah, apparently we exchanged our memories for their help. Shinigami. And the little demon ghost turned out to be, pretty lady.
You did this, Shinigami? Is this why I made a pact with you? I don't understand any of this. Where are we?
Simply put, it's an alternate universe. It's got that kind of vibe, right?
An alternate universe.
So yeah. So we have to figure out what's going on. We're supposed to be a master detective, but we have no memories. So I don't know how we're supposed to be a detective if we don't have any memories. We need to figure out what's happened, prove our innocence, and then figure out what, just, what the heck's going on. Why we made this deal.
Awesome. You probably think it's cliched, huh? Well, this isn't any old alternate universe. Check this out. Ta-da! This is the Mystery Labyrinth. It's a maze that materializes mysteries from the real world.
Oh, maybe this is how we solve it. Also, I have a jockey bar. I am tentatively seeing if my stomach will let me eat. I did have a sandwich earlier, but I really wanted a jockey bar. so bear with me.
Materializes mysteries?
Unsolved mysteries become lost to time, right? Well, here, they actually take shape as a mystery labyrinth.
That's pretty cool. I kind of love unsolved mysteries. You know, I always fancy myself to be able to solve one of them, and it's like, no, I'm not going to be able to do that. But in a game, surely.
Now, this maze is the materialized form of the unsolved murders that took place on the Amaterasu Express.
This maze is the mystery?
Now that's cool.
I have the power to interact with this mystery labyrinth. That's why we were able to come here in the first place. Anyway. Master, we're gonna beat the Amaterasu Express Massacre Mystery Labyrinth.
What happens when we beat it?
In every case, there's a hidden truth. And we have to find the truth deep inside this mystery labyrinth. So, if we beat this mystery labyrinth, the truth of that case will be revealed. Naturally, so will the true identity of the killer. Now, let's solve this thing.
We'll discover the killer's identity too?
You couldn't solve it in reality, so we're solving it in this alternate universe. They're two sides of the same coin. But whether or not you discover the truth depends on the person entering the labyrinth. The more complex the mystery is in the real world, the more complex the maze will be too. Killers in real-world cases throw whatever obstacles they can at investigators, right? Those are also materialized into the maze, so this is gonna be a tough battle.
So, you're saying there are traps in there?
Yep. Looks like you're finally getting it. Now that I've explained it all, let's head into the dungeon.
Oh, hold on. I don't understand any of this.
Seriously, you don't get it?
A mystery labyrinth is a maze based on a real mystery. This one is formed from the murder on the Amaterasu Express.
Yep, you're right so far.
So, if there's always a hidden truth inside a mystery labyrinth, if the Amaterasu Express case will be solved?
Yup, you totally get it.
What? I don't get anything! This makes no logical sense!
Sheesh. This is why you're a benchwarmer detective. You're in an alternate universe and hung up on details.
Of course I am!
Okay, I'll explain more about how it works as we explore the mystery labyrinth. If you have any more questions along the way, stare at my boobs for 8 seconds.
I don't want to do that.
That'll make all your worries disappear.
No, it won't! Please, explain everything now!
Relax, relax. I'll tell you in due time. Come on, let's go. Time to unriddle this mystery labyrinth. Sorry, I forgot to mention the important keys. Whoopsie.
Keys? You mean for opening doors in the dungeon?
Yeah, something like that, but keys in the mystery labyrinth are used to break through mysteries. They're called solution keys, and they're essential to clear the mystery labyrinth.
Are we not to discuss the fact that he had a chain around his neck when we first materialized? And we've also seemed to have gained a cloak, which, I'll be honest, kind of also looks like a map.
So, where do I find them?
Solution keys are materialized clues for a case. Normally, you'd get them during the investigation. You kinda had to rush through the investigation this time around, so let's briefly review the case. For starters, try to recall all that happened on board the Amaterasu Express.
The Amaterasu Express? The Amaterasu Express is the only method of transportation in Kanai Ward. It's an automated, unmanned train with 5 cars. Its doors won't open while in motion, and windows are fixed in place.
Also, the power went out and it was running on backup power.
There were no stops before our destination, so the train kept moving until it arrived at the station. A monitor in the backup control room displays the operation log, and there was no record of the train stopping.
But it did briefly blip in a tunnel.
Key
Charming.
solution key?
The map. The route map. The log.
So this is a solution key. But why did it come out of your mouth?
What do you mean? So I don't have to use my hands. I worked really hard developing this method.
That's kind of gross.
You put thought into this?
So that's how words and events you think are clues get transformed into solution keys. Let's keep reviewing what happened in this case.
All right, I'll do my best. The incident occurred inside the Amaterasu Express while it was still moving. Including myself, there were 6 master detectives on board. Aphex and Poochie's abilities confirmed there were no other passengers on the train.
No one else alive. And I kept on clarifying that. And it's not because I know what happened, because I really don't. But just because they didn't detect any heartbeats or life signs doesn't mean there weren't any bodies.
And who died first again?
It was Zilch in the first car's infirmary.
Well, that's the one we found first.
I noticed smoke pouring through the crack of the door, and looking through the window, I saw a knife stuck in Zilch's chest.
Possibly the same knife that made a hole in Apex as well. Or
The
Aspects, whatever his
infirmary
name
was on
was.
fire, so smoke quickly filled the whole area. I hurried to open the door, but it wouldn't budge because it was locked.
Does that mean this was a locked room mystery?
Not really. There's a chance the killer had a duplicate key.
That's no fun.
Anyway, I broke the door's window and unlocked the door from the inside to enter the infirmary. By then, Zilch's corpse had burnt to a crisp.
The only identifying mark was the fact that it was wearing glasses. And possibly the hood. But a lot of it was burnt, so it was really impossible to tell.
I wanted to alert the others, so I moved to the second car.
We confirmed 3 of their magic powers worked. Apex, the lady with the headphones, and the old guy with the tello, whatchamacallit. Because we can feel their... Oh, they're called fortes. We did not confirm Zilch or the lady who can wear people's clothes and communicate with the dead.
But I found Melanie's corpse
Melanie.
there. I think she was set on fire.
She
with
was
the
more
liquor in the dining
recognizable.
car.
Ooh, a flambe! A human flambe.
Way too excited about the human flambe.
That reminds me, something was off about car 2 right before the train entered the tunnel. There was
Hey,
a
Nikki.
strange shaking.
Isn't that from entering the tunnel? It's like air pressure. Wind stuff.
And there was a blackout right after, although it only lasted a moment.
I feel like someone opened a door and got out.
Yeah. What was up with that blackout? Was there one on the other side of the tunnel too?
No, when we exited the tunnel, there was shaking again, but no blackout.
Yeah. The blackout was when it switched from main power to backup power.
There was something else too. Something that happened when we were in the 4th car.
I wonder if that's a clue.
Who was it that said we couldn't get into the 5th car though? Well, it was a girl. It was the Melanie. So the door was jammed. We had no problem.
And the next corpse. Was the little girl in the third car?
Yeah, it was Poochie.
That's a
Another
sound
burnt
gate lady.
body, just like the first two cars.
Again, not really particularly recognizable.
Oh yeah, wasn't there a secret base thing in the third car?
You mean the backup control system? I remember something about that. The control system automatically manages the electricity within the train.
Hey, Sub.
When the main control system fails, it will switch to the backup system after 1 second.
You may have amnesia, but you've got a pretty good memory. Anything else you can remember?
I did notice that the backup control system was actually operating. And if the backup was on, that means the main system was down, right? What do you think about that?
I think it was sabotaged, because in that 1 minute, they overrode something and probably got out of the train.
Well, the train never stopped, so it doesn't change the fact that no one could get in or out, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Next, you found the geezer's corpse in the fourth car, right? He was also covered in burns. Was there anything strange about that corpse?
He didn't telephoto anything, but
He
we did
didn't
have the
any
evidence.
external wounds, but he was holding the cell phone he uses for his photography ability.
That's our evidence. We've got 46 or so hours.
Oh yeah, that useless ability. It's basically no better than a dash cam.
It possibly will save our life. Proves we drank the coffee.
Anyway, forget about the geezer for now. Don't want that old man smell haunting my memories.
Good. This is the key.
Next
Or at
and
least
last
for our
is the
innocence.
car. Come on.
Shows
try to
we got
remember.
drugged.
The body we found in the fifth car was completely charred. It was impossible to tell who it was.
So it could have been an aspect.
But the necklace around the corpse's neck confirmed it was Aphex.
Oh, Aphex, yeah. But it was vaguely unrecognizable. As
We
a,
also discovered a stab wound to
so
the
it could be
chest.
him. Stab wound but no knife. Which is why I was like, do we know Zilch was the first one to die? It was just the first one we found. I figured Zilch was possibly the last one to die.
Also, judging by things like the plate on the wall, the fifth car appeared to be far more burnt than the other cars.
Yeah, but no one had been in it before. Because they said the door was jammed. Someone said the door was jammed. So it could have just been set up already like this. Possibly. And the ghost lady said that someone had poked their head round the door in the bathroom when we were collapsed. But they hadn't killed us. Hey, Mr. Corners.
Maybe the room ended up like that because the victim was on fire and running around trying to put it out.
Possibly.
Oh,
Someone had a fire pile?
and the blood on the interior lock of the fifth car's infirmary is an important clue, I think.
Yeah, it looked like some fight got on in the infirmary.
Uh-huh. So, I guess that does it for our review of the case?
It was weird.
Wait, there was something else. After the train arrived at the station, according to the Peacekeepers' reports, they all burned to death. But that part seems off to me.
Guy's a barcode on his head.
And they also mentioned there was a knockout drug mixed into the drinks in the dining car.
You see, this is why I don't drink when I'm traveling.
Yeah, I think that's everything of note.
Yeah. I know it's Rainbow Sparkles, I don't like that.
Should be enough solution keys to solve it.
But I still don't know how to use them.
Master, you worry too much. I'm sure it'll turn out fine. Solution keys are important to solving mysteries. Yours truly is important too. Sure hope you got all that down. Shinigami's Tutorial Corner! Hey, Master, do you need a power-up? Set whichever skills suit you best. Time to head off in search of the truth. Let's solve this thing.
Okay. We've now got solution keys.
Definitely want to remember this.
The map. The route map. Yeah, we felt their skills, but you know, if no one knew each other, everyone was strangers, so you know, it still could have been someone with a skill. Yeah, the fact that there was a knife and there was a knife hole in the 5th corpse. We did see his face a little bit through the window, so it is likely that Apex's one is the only one we don't recognize. The only way we could recognize was by the excuse me, necklace. But we felt all those skills. But we also saw sort of Zilch's face a little bit before in the cutscene before he burnt. And yeah, the girl was more the woman. It's not Doki Doki Detective Club. We played that. This is way more upbeat, you know. People set on fire. I think the fact that the identifying plate is scorched beyond belief means that it could have been switched out. Because it did say that car 5's door was jammed. The other possibility is that the entire car was switched out somehow. But yeah, the bloodstain on the interior lock and the fact that that second infirmary looked like there'd been a fight going on. And the fact that there were 2 stab wounds makes this sus. And yeah, we have evidence that the coffee had a knockout drug and we drank it. We got knocked out. So it's very unlikely that we did something in you know, unless it was a possessed body situation. True form. 183 centimeters. So yes, tall lady. I don't know how old we are. But, you know, we are tiny. These 5 people are supposedly dead. I'm sus on Apex. And then there's this guy who is the peacekeeper person. There's a whole weird thing going on with the corporations. But yeah, you know, we're having fun. We're going to be having fun. No, we can't save at the moment. Probably because we're at detective rank 5.
Will things really turn out fine?
But yeah, how are you doing, James? I just really want to find out, you know, if what I've deduced so far is true. The problem is that, like, real world mysteries, like non-fictional ones, are never as neat as these.
So, this is the mystery labyrinth. It sure looks creepy. Hey, if we keep going, will we really get to the truth?
Come on, would I lie to you?
Probably, we don't know.
I told you the deepest part of the labyrinth holds the truth, right? So, let's go.
Sorry,
I'm so horny for mysteries right now.
You're... what?
Any for mysteries? Well, the path just keep following the path until it does. Okay. Alright, can I save now? Oops, wrong button. Ooh, abilities.
Come on, pay attention.
Labyrinth
You
skills.
better not be skimming over this. Hey, Master, do you need a power-up? Set whichever skills suit you best.
Okay, status. We have 630 DP. Detective rank. Memory cap of 4, but we've got 0 of them. We have a stamina of 1000 out of 1000. Strength 0 stars. Evade 0 stars, I think. Effective skill. Okay, and then we've got skills. Fatality. Alright, I need to get this one first. Memory cost 1. Okay. Right, we can only have 4 skills. We've got 3 skill points left. In recent, yeah, this is basically like Danganronpa, except that you had to, you know, get presents and hearts with the characters to get skills. I feel like you probably got to get all of them, so. Turns out you have COVID. That sucks. And you've had it twice already? It's still real, people. Please mask. Please be safe. Please don't take risks with your health. Slow down the rotation speed. Move on. I'm just getting basically the first 4. Okay, so we've got 250 increase in stamina. Lower enough solution keys, lower assist recovery time. We may as well make use of the stuff that we've got. Cool. Okay. Okay. I like the scenery. Well, I hope you know,
Hey, did
feel better
something move
soon.
just now?
Oh, that's a cue.
Q? Is that a monster living in the mystery labyrinth?
They're not exactly monsters. Q are part of the mystery labyrinth.
I've not
itself.
played Persona.
They're what materialize the mysteries.
I could have when it was on Game Pass. It just felt like a 200-hour investment I didn't have. But they are on my wish list.
Q have no intelligence or autonomy. All they do is manifest the mysteries in the labyrinths. But since you are here to defeat mysteries, they're kinda like obstacles.
So in other words, they're the enemy.
I have read a Persona webcomic.
Of course, as a detective seeking the truth, mysteries are your greatest enemy.
I'm sure some of them are, but I couldn't decide which order I had to play them in, and it was like it came out like 3, 4, 5, and I'm like, do I not need to play 1 first? I'm very much on playing things in order. But yeah, it very much, you need to walk through and it's still going to take you 200 hours and you're going to have to grind. I'm like, This one might too, but it's more along the lines of, you know, Danganronpa nonary AI. So less about fighting, more about solving puzzles. Ooh. I'm not seeing anything. Ooh, hello.
What is that?
It's sort of, it was a little bit cute. Oh, no, it's not. Now it's kind of disturbing. Don't like the tongue.
What the? There are monsters here!
That's a mystery phantom.
A mystery phantom? What's that?
I told you that cues make mysteries materialize, right? Well, if there's someone in the real world trying to interfere with the case, that person also materializes.
Hey, Horror.
That's a mystery phantom.
Interfering with the case? Hey, doesn't he kind of look like Swank of the Peacekeepers?
If the Peacekeepers are tied up in this, then maybe this incident has something to do with Amaterasu Corporation.
Probably. It very much feels like we've been set up.
You're the culprit.
I'm not.
Huh?
We still have Danganronpa V3 to play as well.
Since all the other
Yeah, color
passengers
overload,
on
I
the
know.
train are dead,
I can
you're
like
the
it.
only one who could have done the crime. So you're the culprit. That's the truth behind this case.
Listen, we know it's not, so.
Master, he's trying to frame you to bury the case. If you can't get past this, you can't reach the truth.
What do I do? Should I just run away?
Okay. We were drugged. We have photographic evidence. Apex's corpse was the only one that wasn't really identifiable. There was a knife, a stab wound. Car 5, which may or may not have been Car 5 because it wasn't identified because the number burnt, could have been swapped out somehow. I don't know. The power went down for a minute. Anything could have happened. So at the moment, Apex is very sus. And it looked like someone had been in the infirmary bleeding. So it is possible that Yuma was, you know, for some reason trying to be taken out. I don't know. We seem to have swapped our memories for help. We don't know the backstory here. But certainly there are only supposed to be 5 detectives in that car and there were 6. We don't know if we were a fake. Someone else was a fake. Aphex had powers, but we don't know if the real Aphex had the same powers. And it kept on saying there were only, you know, 6 people on the whole train. There were 6 heartbeats, 6 life signs. Doesn't mean there weren't already corpses.
A detective doesn't run from a mystery. You gotta defeat
So that's
him.
what we know so far. And are supposing.
Defeat him? How?
Master, are you ready to
It just makes me really want to play Zero Escape Nonary games again. I wouldn't stream them, I know that the streaming's been done to death on them, but I just enjoy them so much.
Huh?
Just say, I am.
I am!
Whoa! Okay, I kind of like her boots. We look about 10! Stop sticking the boobs in our face! Okay, that's just slightly wrong. Also, how the hell did that sword fit in there? Also, mysterious lady hands you a sword. Don't take it.
A sword?
I call it the Solution Blade. It's a sword with special powers to affect things inside the Mystery Labyrinth. Use that to boom kill the Mystery Phantom. Let's do this.
Can we just, like, fight with facts?
How do I use this?
I'm sure you'll figure it out eventually. Anyway, damage you take here is nothing to sniff at. It's not like an injury in the real world, but still. The more and more your mind realizes you've been hurt here, oh boy.
Let's not get hurt then.
You'll wind up brain dead. It'll be game over, time to start from the beginning again. No one wants that, so you'd better be super careful. Come on, pay attention! You're dead, Master?
Okay. Right. Well, we are armed with the truth. It doesn't always have a place when you know, trying to seek justice.
I'll
But,
tell you a Mystery Labyrinth secret.
statements.
Dodge,
Okay.
dodge, duck, dodge.
So move up, down, left, right to avoid. Okay. With the left stick. Rebuttal with
Come
Y.
on, pay attention.
Okay, we can dodge at the last minute. Daring
Don't
dodges.
forget.
Okay. Max amount you can dodge. There's a
Don't
cap.
let any shady statements
Inflammable
slip by.
statements give you a chance to counterattack. Slash through it with solution blade and fight back. Okay, so we slash the fiery ones with the Y.
Master doesn't make
Pick the right
mistakes.
solution key.
Right, right, right. Slash those suspicious statements.
And if you slash a statement containing a contradiction with the right solution key, you'll destroy it and damage them.
Oh,
It's basically like Danganronpa with this one, but done differently. Very much Danganronpa-y. Picking the wrong one or missing timing takes damage. Okay.
No need to draw this out. You're the culprit behind this case. You murdered 5 bastard detectives. That's the only explanation.
Oh crap!
Everyone else is dead. You're the only one who could have done the crime.
I'll slash through this mystery.
Right, we got a correct solution blade. I mean, we did it with the coffee.
No, there's no way I could have done it.
Insult fighting, I mean, a little bit.
I wasn't conscious the whole time because I drank the drugged coffee in the dining car.
It's no use. Your deduction is wrong.
Master, it's time for the solution key.
Okay, so LT switches solution keys, X brings up the window. Okay.
You better not be skimming over this.
Okay. Right.
You were out the whole.
What is the Ah, that's the thing. Right, okay, so we want to confirm the photography.
Time. Ridiculous! You're the culprit! You knew it was drugged. That's how you avoided being knocked out! The other detectives were drugged.
Yeah, you jumped those ones.
Killing them all! You're busted! You took the laced coffee and only pretended to drink it!
Master,
You really drank the coffee, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was drugged and I wasn't pretending.
You were out the whole time! Ridiculous! You're the culprit! You knew it was drugged. That's how you avoided being knocked out!
Wait, but that clearly shows Yuma drinking from a coffee cup.
The other detectives were drugged. And you went around killing them all. You're busted. You took the laced coffee and only pretended to drink it.
Why is that not working?
Master?
Yeah.
You were out the whole time. Ridiculous. You're the
Okay. Clearly shows Yuma drinking from a coffee cup. That's the key.
culprit. You knew it was drugged. That's how you avoided being knocked out. The other detectives were drugged. And you went around killing them all. You're busted. You took the laced coffee and only pretended to drink it.
Oh, I hit it. I think I just missed hitting it. I think that was the problem. I wasn't hitting it.
Showed me drinking the coffee. That proves I wasn't faking anything.
That was what I was trying to say at the very end of the last stream. We have evidence.
Did I defeat it?
See? No matter how weak you are, things will turn out fine, as long as I'm here.
Oh dear.
He tried to frame me as the culprit.
Guess that's what Amaterasu Corp is doing. They want to set you up and call it a day. That's why the Peacekeepers barged in as soon as the train hit the station. They probably planned this.
So they knew what was going to happen. Then the culprit works for Amaterasu?
Yeah. Melanie said that she was followed.
Or someone hired by them. Either way, the Peacekeepers want to hide who did it.
So the reason Control Headquarters didn't respond to the emergency calls was because of Amaterasu.
We finally got an achievement. So, yay.
Probably. Now that we know what they're aiming for, we're one step closer to the truth. Let's keep this up and unriddle this mystery labyrinth so we can get to the truth.
You're awfully casual about this. My life is at stake here. I understand now that the mystery labyrinth is the case's mysteries given shape. But what do you do here, Shinigami?
Simply put, I'm the one and only cutie that can directly interact with the mystery labyrinth. The progress you've made in the mystery labyrinth and solving those mysteries here, it's all thanks to me.
How are you able to do this?
I don't know what to tell you. I've always been able to do this, so I forgot how. More importantly, you got drugged and knocked out. You are so pitiful, Master. No wonder you're waddling around like a toddler.
The fact he looks about 10, you know, has nothing to do with it.
I thought I was dizzy because I've got this weird ghost thing haunting me.
Huh? Making a pact with me won't make you dizzy. It just reduces your lifespan by a lot.
You're kidding, right? Right?
But we
Anyway,
can't know
if
why you
did
made the deal either. She won't tell us. That was part of the deal.
Do you have any guesses?
If the drinks were drugged in the dining car, the culprit must have been on the train before anyone else.
Oh, so then all you have to do is ask around and figure out what order everyone got on board. Oh, wait a minute. You can't, because they're all dead!
Hmm.
You aren't taking this very seriously, are you?
Also, Aphex didn't have any belongings, I don't think. Like, there was a very generic looking carriage that had some, like, leaflets and stuff in. But it didn't. The other ones had recognizable belongings. Ooh.
This place. Whoa.
I haven't
Path is
updated it.
forked in two.
I forgot.
Which way should I go?
We didn't have as many people answering, except for Dan saying Commander Shepard. So I thought I'd, you know. So it sort of got left up. I don't have a good answer myself either. But also, yeah, I was crafting before the stream, and yeah, I haven't got into the routine of updating it yet. What I want to do probably is pull it from a pull it from a file, but I want to make it persist for the streams, so I need to do some coding behind that.
This fork in the path is also a materialized mystery, so you should know which way to go if you solve it.
Ah,
First, let's clarify what mystery this is exactly.
Huh? How do you do that?
Like this.
with a scythe.
Huh?
Did you just...
Blood! Blood!
Quit overreacting, Master. This is a mystery labyrinth. It's fine.
You just sliced my throat.
Anyway, take a look. I'll use the blood of the Truth Seeker as a conduit to expose the mystery blocking the path.
Is the culprit one of the 6 on the train?
Is that a question?
That's the mystery standing in your way. You just need to pick the right path and head on through.
On the train at the beginning or on the train at the end? Because I believe those were a different 6.
6 on the train. It must mean the 6 master detectives, including me, right? If I don't think the culprit is among the 6 on the train, then I should take the right path, which says no. But if I think the culprit is one of the 6 on board, I need to take the left path that says yes. Which is it?
There's only one truth.
Can I save? Yes. We're still in chapter 0, by the way. But I like taking my game. I like taking my game with this times. I like taking my time with the games.
Write this down. Master, it's time for the solution key.
Okay. I don't know what that thing in the middle is.
So, you think the culprit is one of the 6 on the train, right?
If we're talking about the beginning.
Right here! Okay, let's go.
Are we right? I think there was another corpse.
Can I go through now?
Oh, you got it right? Not bad at all, Master.
Multicolored guy with a icky tongue is back.
Something happened! Why? Did I make the wrong choice?
It's trying to bury the truth again! Go get him, Master!
They were all imposters. Oh god.
Your deduction is wrong. Other than the 6 on the train, you must have had an accomplice.
Hit it this time. Didn't hit it right the last time. Twice. And I was like, I'm confused. That's the correct answer.
2 master detectives used their abilities to prove that only 6 people were on the train. If it was only one person, they could have been lying or an imposter. But 2 of them means there can be no mistake.
Yeah, it's very unlikely
Your
that
reasoning
all of them
is
working together.
completely off. What good does that testimony even do? Your accomplice just wasn't there when those 2 checked. And came aboard after them. So what if the windows don't open? While everyone was knocked out, you secretly stopped the train and let your partner board.
I'll slash through this mystery.
The vibrating is very loud. But yes, does anyone have an answer for the question of the day, which is technically the question of the previous day as well?
And the doors won't open.
Oh, we have an auto.
So it's impossible for someone to have
I don't have
gotten
to keep on
on during the
pressing
trip.
next. Excellent. I accidentally hit that when it was vibrating.
Looks like you're getting the hang of this, Master. You've learned to ruthlessly cut down any who stand in your way.
You make it sound like I'm the bad guy here. Hey, I was wondering, if the Mystery Labyrinth is trying to block people from seeking the truth, wouldn't it reject my answers, even if they're right? Or maybe the questions themselves could be lies.
No chance. A mystery labyrinth has no self-will. It can't lie or create things not based on the real-world mystery. This place is a direct manifestation of a mystery. You can always progress as long as you keep solving it. In that sense,
I like that.
the labyrinth is fair. It won't cheat you.
I see. That's a relief.
By the way, about the culprit being one of the 6 of you, how could the culprit commit the crime when all the other passengers besides you were dead?
That is the thing. I think there was another corpse. Or possibly 2. And in the 1 minute that the train was out of power, they opened a door. That's really the only thing.
Another fork in the road.
This is how we reach the truth. It reflects how problems are really solved, doesn't it?
Just don't you have to cut my throat again?
I don't know if I've ever actually solved a mystery on my own.
Yeah, we don't know if we're actually a
don't
master
remember it
detective. We
all.
just think we are.
It doesn't matter. You just need to solve the mystery in
We
front
do
of
seem to
us.
have the power to detect other powers, which was useful. Everyone was dead, so how did the culprit pull it off?
Say,
Yeah.
Okay, played dead. Committed suicide. Well, that was... None of that was my... I don't think committed suicide. I'm gonna go with played dead.
come on.
Oh, I'm still thinking here. Don't... Oh, right, okay.
Oh, I got it. Master. Leave this to me. This has to be the right answer. Follow me!
Hey, wait!
And there's the chain.
The culprit just played dead. Because if they did commit suicide after the crime, they'd be dead right now. And that's no fun at all.
That's your reasoning? Wait, what's this chain?
I told you we share mind and body. The chain is proof of that. Our relationship
Does it
can
seem to be
never
connected to
broken
her
apart.
ass?
That's terrible.
Please, you
No,
should
I
consider
didn't
yourself
let them
lucky
jump to their
you're being
death.
raised by a
That was an
cutie
accident,
like
and that
me.
was Friday. I think they played dead by having a fake corpse.
I'm so tired. I pulled you up here, so you can walk the rest of the way yourself.
I don't think they committed suicide. I don't think that
Didn't ask you
the
to
culprit
do
is dead.
that.
Yes, it was
So you
7
think
doors.
This path will lead toward the truth, right?
No idea. This is a labyrinth. It's pretty common to encounter dead ends.
I don't think that they would have committed suicide. I'm fairly certain there was a fake corpse. They faked their
watch
death.
out!
Whoa. Okay. We nearly lost all the floor.
See? What did I tell you? Dead end.
Don't sound so proud of yourself.
All the corpses were burned,
Chose this
James.
path,
That would be
Shigami.
really hard to fake.
If it's a dead end,
Yeah, 7 doors wasn't just about the
culprit
chest,
wasn't
but...
just playing dead.
Oh.
I searched all 5 bodies, and they were,
Oh.
without a doubt, dead.
Thank you, Saribot.
Oh, so the answer isn't played dead.
There
Let's
are
turn back.
plenty of, like, natural
You
things
changed
occurring.
your mind already?
Exploring all possibilities is an important part of beating a mystery labyrinth. I'm so awesome.
You know, there are definitely natural ways to
By
suppress
the way,
lifestyle
I
signs.
did say I can guide you through the mystery
I've watched a lot of
labyrinth,
TV.
But I'm not that good at solving mysteries.
You could have said that a little earlier.
But yeah, the burnt corpses. I mean, that could explain car 5.
When you rely on me, Master.
Anyway, what's going on in the real world while we're in the mystery labyrinth?
Time is stopped on the other side. We're sort of set apart from the normal flow of time while we're here. In other words, you're still surrounded by peacekeepers.
So if we return without solving the mystery, we'll just be captured.
As a result, this murder case will remain unsolved and linger in people's memories as a serious crime. Naturally, this mystery labyrinth will also survive. And that creates an even bigger problem.
Which is?
Leaving a case unsolved means that it will go down in history that way. The more bizarre a mystery is, the more it attracts people's interest. And the more people rack their brains about that mystery, the bigger the mystery labyrinth gets.
Oh.
Eventually, the mystery labyrinth would gain enough power to start affecting the real world. It would implant insidious
Interesting.
ideas into people's minds, creating more murderers and, in turn, new mystery labyrinths. Labyrinths can create endless cycles. That's why it's best to cut it off as soon as possible.
Interesting. Sort of like maybe the birthplace of conspiracy theories. But I was sure that there was a corpse. Now you're telling me that they committed suicide? That doesn't fit.
Ah, we're finally back. The other route is commit suicide after the crime. There's no other option, so it has to be the right answer.
Maybe there's a third door somewhere. Faked death. Played dead. Commit suicide. Can there be...
Let's solve this thing!
Is there a third option? Faked their own death? I don't believe this is the answer, but maybe the story's not going where I think it's going.
But to commit suicide after the crime would mean... After killing the other 4, the culprit killed themselves, right?
So maybe
Is
it
that
was...
really the right answer?
No.
The
The
mystery
last one,
labyrinth's roots represent logical deduction.
the last
There's
one we saw
only
being
one
killed
root,
was
and
Zelch.
it's the only possibility. I think the only option left is the culprit off himself. We just need to find that suicidal pest.
I don't think... I'm not happy with this answer. I'm hoping we get a no and there's a secret third door.
What's going on here?
Ow.
This is part of the mystery materializing. You just need to solve it. Come on, Master! Concentrate! Come on, concentrate! Concentrate!
Who was the last person to die? Zelch. Oh, the culprit.
If the culprit committed suicide after the crime, then the last person that died should be the culprit.
Right! Because they wouldn't be able to kill someone else if they offed themselves already. Nice work!
I mean, that's just logical. It's like the last place you look is where you find something, because why would you keep looking?
Towards the end. Of course, the person who started the fires must be the culprit.
All 5 burned to death, so the culprit who died last totally burned themselves. Come on, let's try again!
Zelch.
Towards the end. The one who burned the other 4, then set themselves on fire, is Zilch.
Bingo! You did it!
They didn't demonstrate their talent, so, you know, could have been.
Setting aside the idea that the culprit was the last to die, why would it be Detective Four Eyes?
I don't know.
Didn't we discover his body first?
According to the Peacekeepers, the victims all burned to death, right? But when we first found Zilch in Car 1, he wasn't burnt yet. If that's the case, that means he must have burned to death after that. Although, everyone else we found after him had already died from burns.
Alright. So if they all burned to death, then the last one who died could be Detective Four Eyes.
I think the culprit killed everyone in the opposite order of how we found their corpses.
Yeah.
Starting from Car 5, he killed them in order one by one, then set himself on fire in Car 1.
So Detective Four Eyes is without a doubt the culprit. But he committed suicide, huh?
I'm not sure without a doubt. Because there was definitely something dodgy going on in Car 5. It could just have been that, you know, Aphex put up a fight. There was a lot of fire, there was a lot of blood, especially in the infirmary. Why would he have been in the infirmary? Why would he have been in there when the door was jammed? A lot of them, the other 3, we can be fairly certain that they died when they were asleep. Thank God, because not good. Otherwise, I feel like, wouldn't the necklace have melted? But we did see, and there was a stab wound in Aphex, and then there was the knife in Zilch. So, you know, it is possible that he got stabbed, and that's why he just decided to set himself on fire because he was going to burn anyway. I don't know. It just doesn't seem quite right.
The door! Whoa! It worked?
See, I told you it would be fine. I'm such a terrific guide.
Yeah. Is that the end of it?
I guess that's everything. Seems easier than I thought.
Yeah.
What's wrong, Master?
I'm wondering if that's really all that happened. Something about this seems off.
Yeah. It really does.
You think so?
Yeah.
Ah! What's going on? The conclusion? Is this the truth behind the case?
There's only one door. No other options.
I'm not happy.
Maybe this really is the end. Kind of a simple conclusion despite 5 people dying.
No, but then who knocked out the power if everyone was dead? No, I refuse to believe it's that simple.
Well, I hope this was a helpful tutorial for you, Master.
Wait. Mystery labyrinths contain all the mysteries of the real-world case, including things like misdirection, right? Which means this could be an attempt by the culprit to mislead us.
So, you don't think this is the truth? What makes you say that?
I'm not sure, but I have a feeling the case isn't closed yet.
We've got too much unexplained evidence.
If so, then this door could be a fake.
How can we tell?
If you think it's fake, why not try breaking it? It'll be bad news if you're wrong, though. And I won't tell you exactly what will happen. I don't want to affect your judgment.
You've already affected my judgment. I guess the only way to find out is to destroy it. How do I do that?
Demolish.
So it was fake! It was the culprit trying to throw us off the trail!
Only just because we decided that.
You said it just quit while you were ahead.
It's rare for a fake exit to appear. This mystery labyrinth is way tougher than I thought.
Also, it makes sense that, you know, the part where they went from 5 to 1 makes sense. They checked in on us in the loo and decided to set us up because we were unconscious. We couldn't go the other way because of the smoke. So all they had to do was hide out of the way of the toilets, and then once we went up there with the dead body stuff, they broke into the front car and switched off the power, which caused the thing to you know, have to switch to backup power, but that took a minute, so they probably forced open the door. You know, I'm assuming they had something, you know, like a parachute or a crash pad or something, because yeah, train moving quite fast would have got a bit squished if they just jumped out.
Master, don't let your guard down.
Make sure you drop your money before you drop dead. I promise I'll show mercy to your wallet.
I wonder if Master can even make snap
Noise.
judgments.
Obstruct. Cut the noise down with B.
Are you gonna remember all of this?
Okay.
Sure hope you got all that down.
Knife and corpse, Melamie's
The
corpse.
culprit
Right.
must be Zilch. Reason is obvious. Zilch is the only one who could have done the crime.
Ah!
That's right!
Yeah.
Culprit must be Zilch. reason is obvious. Zilch is the only one who could have done the crime.
Say,
Okay, he must have burnt himself to death. That seems to
No.
get the facts back. Well then the fight. Ah,
Culprit must be Zilch.
no!
Reason is obvious.
It is the knife. I just hit it too late again.
Who could have done the crime?
I keep on hitting it too late, and then it confuses me.
That's right.
Okay, well then I've tried both freaking statements.
Must be Zilch. Reason is obvious. Zilch is the only one who could have done the crime.
I'm just...
That's right.
The culprit must be Zilch. Reason is obvious. Zilch is the only one who could have done the crime. He burned the 4 passed out victims,
Ah.
then set himself on fire, and died from immolation.
There, we were just hitting the wrong statement.
this is the truth.
I'll get the hang of this in a minute.
No. Now that I think about it, Zilch's suicide by fire doesn't make sense. Because when I saw Zilch through the window, there was a knife in his chest. If he burned himself, then why would there be a knife stuck there?
You little brat. Fine. I'll answer you.
Bloodstains and
I was the
coffee.
knife stuck.
Okay. Small amount of thing. It could be coffee, it could be bloodstains, I don't know yet.
In the body? Of course I know why. Yeah, it was to knock himself out. He stabbed himself so he would pass out easy.
That seems like a stupid thing to do.
Then set himself on fire. Dying
Oops.
by fire is a painful way to go. He wanted to make it less painful. The culprit has to be Zilch. He committed suicide by self-immolation.
Whoops. I may have just run out of life.
That's true.
I was
Right,
the
but
knife stuck
coffee.
in the body. Of course I know why. Yeah, it was to knock himself out. He stabbed himself so he would pass out easy. Then set himself on fire. Dying by fire is a painful way to go. He wanted to make it less painful. The culprit has to be Zilch. He committed suicide by self-immolation.
Yeah.
That's true.
We need to... We just missed
Stuck in
the
body?
stabby thing.
Of course I know why. Yeah, it was to knock himself out.
Ah! We just keep on getting hit by that.
Pass out easy. Then set himself on fire. Dying by fire is a painful way to go. He wanted to make it less painful. The culprit has to be Zilch. He committed suicide by self-immolation.
That's true.
Oh, I know what it is. I
Knife
just...
stuck in the body?
I didn't slash it somewhere.
Of course I know why. Yeah, it was to knock himself out.
There we go.
Slash through this mystery.
If you get bashed by it, doesn't count as a Y, so yeah.
If his plan was to fall unconscious, he would have used the drugged coffee in the dining car. That's a much easier way to pass out.
I see. So they're trying to mislead you about the cause of death for Detective Four Eyes.
Right. The Peacekeeper said all the detectives burned to death. But Zilch's corpse in the first car is different. To me, it looked more like he was stabbed to death.
So the Peacekeeper's report was a lie? But they had no reason to do that. If they wanted to set you up as the culprit, they'd be raising questions by fabricating reports.
Yeah, you're right. They all must have died by fire, after all. And for some reason, only Zilch appeared to have been stabbed to death. I get it. So that's what was bothering me. But no matter how hard I think about it, I can't seem to figure out what happened next.
Huh? Why's that?
I don't have enough clues about Zilch in the first car. I should have investigated it more after discovering the body, but I was too preoccupied with calling for help.
See, he wasn't the only one that was stabbed.
So we're stuck right here. I don't see any other routes to break through this mystery. I don't even know what mystery we gotta solve right now. But I do know there can't be a labyrinth without a goal. The truth is always behind a mystery. You wish you had investigated more, right? So you think you'd have the answer if you'd done that?
Huh? Yeah, maybe.
Oh, fine. My secret weapon is so draining, I try to avoid using it as much as possible. But I just love it when you rely on me, Master.
She can recreate the crime scene.
I have a bad feeling about this. What are you trying to do?
This is all for you, Master. Ready, Master?
Huh? Wait!
It was a Monopoly house or a lunchbox.
Ow! What's going on?
I'm extracting your memory and materializing it inside the mystery labyrinth. This is my super cute special weapon. See, if you investigate here, you might make some new discoveries.
Oh, the shock from all this is making my head spin.
You don't have any time to waste, Master. This was pumped out of that slow brain of yours, so don't assume it'll stick around for long.
Is everyone enjoying this?
You have until the pain in your head clears up. Now hurry and investigate.
Got it. I'll hurry.
Is anyone here?
Hey!
Should be new info inside.
Huh? This cushion. Was it always there? Also, it looks like it has a hole in the middle of it. It was made by something sharp. What did this?
Knife.
Oh, so I can get solution keys here too.
You may have seen it, but forgotten. That just means you didn't think anything of it at the time. But it is in your memory, so you can use it as a clue.
You can do that? You're incredible, Shinigami.
Go on, keep complimenting me.
I vaguely remember maybe.
This blanket is mostly burned. but some parts near the knife are unscathed.
There's no blood, was what I thought was odd.
It doesn't look, but how could that be? Oh, it's fading. I guess the pain is starting to go away too.
Looks like time's up. Well, did you find anything?
Yeah, I think I see the contradiction here. Although I'm not completely sold on it.
Come on, this is
Stuff I
where
already
you're
picked
supposed
up
to
on,
declare,
that there was no
"I've
blood. I
solved
commented
the
that at the
mystery."
time. Didn't see the cushion, didn't get the option.
Well, if you think you're on the right track, then I guess we should do this next.
Do what?
It's for when you're stuck in your deductions. Remember what I said earlier? Every labyrinth has a goal. So even when you're stuck, there's always a way out. And we're gonna find it by working together.
Working together?
Lay it all out, Master!
It's an Easter egg dynamite barrel that we're going to dive into. Ooh, it's the beach from Danganronpa 2. Donkey Kong, why does it look like you're naked inside that barrel? Shinigami puzzle.
We're gonna expose the truth together!
Okay, so we're gonna grab solution blade with A, throw solution blade with Y. Okay.
What?
Somewhere hiding in the network. Oh, the barrel. This is, yeah, okay.
The correct answer's somewhere inside. Master, it's time for the solution key. Don't you forget.
Okay.
Are you ready to play the Shinigami puzzle?
Actually, a red herring. Probably because there was a cushion with a hole on it, but also there was a stab victim in car 5. And I think it was trying to make that look less suspicious that the two people had been stabbed. Ooh, you literally are wearing a bikini. Stop with the vibrating quite so vigorously.
That's right. When I saw Zilch through the window, it appeared as if the knife was stuck in his chest. But in actuality, he stabbed the blanket-wrapped cushion to make it look like he had been stabbed. That's why the blanket didn't have blood on it, even though the cushion was stabbed through. Zilch's death was a red herring. It was meant to mislead us.
So it was Zilch? No. I'm a little confused now, I have to admit.
It's a new solution key.
If it was a red herring, that means he wasn't really dead.
He was really set on fire though.
Zilch was faking his death to fool us. That knife was just to trick me into thinking he was dead when I looked through the window. But the Peacekeeper's report saying they all burned to death created a contradiction.
So the culprit was just plain dead. It's exactly what I said.
In a roundabout way, yes.
That was not...
Which means that dead end in the abyss could have a new path now. Let's hurry back.
I have to admit... I'm still not convinced because the Aphex corpse had a stab wound. Or the corpse that was attributed to Aphex.
What's wrong?
It was Aphex. I'm really bad with names. Aphex, yeah. There was a stab wound in his chest. This also contradicts the whole everyone burnt to death thing. The fact that there was no blood on the blanket, the knife was still in him. Was it in a cushion? Is that what they were saying?
Shinigami's Tutorial Corner!
Because it looks very burnt to me. There was an actual fire, unless his ability has nothing to do with animals and everything to do with fire. Zilch was the one that did tell him to go to the infirmary. I suppose.
It's too much of a hassle to go all the way back there. I don't want to walk anymore.
Some guide you are. Besides, you're not even walking.
I despise effort and hard work. I want to head back the easy way. Oh, I know! I have a convenient transportation method, thanks to my awesomeness. It lets us go anywhere you've been before. Now is the perfect time to use it.
What's convenient? Zoom or evac?
A mysterious force is blocking you from casting this spell.
What the?
That spell will let you escape from within a labyrinth, but you can't use it inside the mystery labyrinth. Anyway, time to pick again.
Sure.
See? Super easy.
Yeah, sure.
But unfortunately, using it does drain a little bit.
Drain a little bit of what? Do you have MP or something?
Your lifespan.
My lifespan? Again?
So we've passed through how did the culprit pull it off junction and have taken the played dead turn again. Now that we have a new solution key, I'm sure we can solve this mystery and access what's ahead.
Let's give it a try.
How much of our life are we losing? There are definitely lots of questions we haven't questions we need answers to.
Solution keys are important to solving. We're gonna expose the truth together.
Zilch was trying to trick us into thinking he'd killed himself.
Don't quite understand. Not how it played out to me, but sure.
See, didn't I say the path would appear? It's all because we found the right deductive clue to break through. I'm so amazing. You can pat me on the head if you want, Master.
Well, maybe later. We opened the Played Dead route thanks to the corpse red herring solution key. So Zilch really faked his death to mislead us.
If so, he is absolutely the culprit. Now, we just need to prove it.
But even if the Mystery Labyrinth is fair when it comes to solving mysteries, the real world will be different, right? What if Amaterasu Corp decides to protect the culprit, even if we prove who really did it?
Oh, you're worried they'll just cover it up? No need to worry about that.
Huh? Why's that?
Let's save the fun for later.
Physical manifestation of the mystery labyrinth once it's solved.
Oh, the ground! It's falling apart!
You better run faster!
Why? Wasn't this the right route?
Maybe the logic still has some holes in it.
Oh!
Master, you better concentrate!
Was what Yuma saw through the window actually Zilch? Oh, okay. She can fly, can't she? Yes, but we're supposed to solve puzzles. Oops. It was Zilch then. Okay, fine. She'd break your neck. Yeah, and give me super kangaroo powers. Exactly. She's terrifying.
When I saw Zilch through the window, he was faking his death with the knife through the cushion. That was definitely the real Zilch.
Nope, but the corpse wasn't, because the room filled with smoke. That's why. He must have gone out of the room while we were... Yeah. It's weird, because I just focused on Aphex.
The corpse I investigated was real, it just wasn't Zilch's corpse. In other words, Zilch swapped himself out for a real corpse.
At least it was actually a corpse. I did say that there was an extra corpse on there.
The corpse was switched right before I broke the infirmary window to open the lock.
Yeah, because we had to go and get
The blazing fire had filled the room with smoke, so I couldn't make anything out through the window.
And we had to smash it with the thingamajig.
Zilch
We had to go
used
get
that
the
smoke as cover
thingamajig.
to switch himself with a dead body.
So it did look extremely burned very quickly.
I get it. The fire wasn't only there to show he died from burning. It was also a smokescreen to swap out the corpse.
Right. In the smoke, he switched places with a corpse he had hit.
Next up, you need to deduce where the corpse was hidden.
Because the room was filled with smoke, he needed to put the body somewhere he could access immediately.
Where are you thinking?
If he needed to get to the body as quickly as possible, only one place makes sense.
What place is suspicious? That or search
Select a
every
spot.
master doesn't make mistakes. Right? Right? Right?
That's it! The burnt corpse was hidden right there. Hey!
It had to be. Okay, it was good.
Jeez, one after another. This is really bad for my heart.
We're not done yet! Hurry! Let's speed it up!
Shinigami, you might be fine because you're floating around, but this is really tough for me.
I can't believe it! He had the corpse hidden under the blanket? So, that four-eyed detective was sleeping next to a dead body. I'm so jealous!
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. Zilch was lying in bed with the corpse. He got up once the smoke screen was ready. He took the corpse out from under the blanket, pulled the knife out of the cushion, and stabbed it. That way, even after he switched with the corpse, he could just hide to avoid me.
Detective Four Eyes hide after that?
It must have been someplace with easy access, which must mean... under the bed. He could have quickly hid there.
Which means, if you checked under the bed at the time, you would have caught that four-eyed idiot.
But back then, I was in such a hurry to warn the other master detectives. I'm sure he calculated all that too. He knew I'd panic.
Maybe he was planning to take advantage of you from the very beginning, and that's why he let you live.
Yeah, I think Zilch was the one who peeked into the restroom while I was sleeping there. I was supposed to be sleeping in the infirmary, so he must have planned to move me before committing the crimes. I passed out in the restroom, but that didn't hinder his plans, so he went with it.
Speaking of which, wasn't it Detective Four Eyes who told you to go to the first car?
Yeah, he must have planned to make me witness everything and set me up as the culprit.
Aha! I think I'm starting to see the whole picture now. Not bad, Master. Maybe you were a big shot detective before you lost your memories.
No. If I really was a great detective, I would have caught the culprit in the infirmary before any of this happened.
I guess so. By the way, where did he get the corpse he was hiding in the blanket?
Ah, no worries, James.
That corpse? Well,
I mean, the door was locked in the infirmary to start with. We couldn't get in. Yeah, I'm just still really sus about Aphex. And the bloodstains in car 5. No, I'm not sus about Aphex, because I think the reason it looked like there was a freaking massacre there was because he fought back. I think the bloodstains might be that's where the corpse was hidden originally in car 5. That's why the door was balked. Maybe Aphex forced their way through. But there was still a stabbed corpse. So, still plenty of sus going on.
I won't let you go any further.
But yeah, have a great day, James. Thank you for
Getting
stopping
away
by.
again, huh? If you stand against my ruthless master, he'll chop you up and stir-fry you with veggies for dinner.
I will not!
Master, I'm lending you a hand from here on out. I'll assist you when you're in a pinch.
Huh? Assist?
It's the rule of the Mystery Labyrinth to assist whoever you're accompanying. Now let's go, Master. Looks like you might not need assist after all, Master. This could be the clincher.
Ah, okay. There's 3 corpses, Pucci, Aphex, and...
Enough of your nonsense. You think he swapped with a corpse? It'd be impossible to switch like that. Someone who could replace Zilch would need to be the same size as him. He didn't have a bag that could carry a corpse. It would have been down at the station. It'd be impossible to get it on board. There was no corpse to replace anyway.
Do or die.
Will we use assist?
Master!
The corpse was switched out, right?
Yeah.
So the culprit must have prepared a body for that purpose.
I won't let you pass! Enough of your nonsense!
Yeah. Maybe the new corpse was Aphex. That was... Okay. New theory.
Switch like that. Someone who can replace Silch would need to be the same size as him. He didn't have a bag that could carry a corpse.
Because there was a thing with the stab wound that would make sense. I reckon they could have It could have switched. I don't know. There's something. There's definitely something stonky with something chunky with Aphex's corpse.
I won't let you pass. Enough of your nonsense. You think he
Yeah, I didn't.
swapped with a corpse? It'd be impossible to switch like that. Someone who can replace Silch would need to be the same size as him. He didn't have a bag that could carry a corpse. It would have been down at the station. It'd be impossible to get it on board. There was no corpse to replace anyway.
This is the truth.
That's what I needed.
There's no need to bring an extra corpse for the swap. He just needed to reuse a dead body on the train.
I thought there was an extra corpse. Here was me thinking I was being all clever, saying, well, there's probably a corpse. He used Aphex's corpse, which is why it was stabbed. Was that while we were in the other cabins or in the control room? Or was that when the lights went out?
It's Aphex's body from the 5th car. He and Zilch are nearly the same height, and both have stab wounds in their chests.
I was suspicious of Aphex's corpse, and I thought that meant Aphex was the fake.
So the corpse that was switched was Aphex's.
Ah, damn it! How could someone like you find the truth?
So it was Zilch, who we hadn't approved anyway, and he questioned us. Maybe he's the one that caused us to need to make the bargain in the first place.
He looks completely obliterated.
Now we don't have to fight anymore.
Even if that's true, don't let your guard down. The mystery labyrinth isn't over yet. Stay alert until the very end.
All right.
Wow. Who would have thought that short-tempered idiot would be used for a body swap?
Thinking back, the reason the corpses in the 1st and 5th cars were burned was to switch them out. But the corpse was so badly burned that I couldn't tell it was Aphex. That must be what the necklace was for, so I could identify him.
Well, reusing a corpse is rather environmentally friendly of the culprit, don't you think?
Maybe you took the necklace off? before he burnt him.
I mean, we gotta recycle
Which is why the
everything
necklace
there in
wasn't
an age,
burnt.
so you gotta get the most value out of corpses too, you know?
Just because Zilch was the first one I found, I felt naturally, you know, that he was killed. But I did think it went from, okay, that's obviously him, to that corpse is burnt to shit.
Zilch?
They climbed on top of the train.
Wait, I am not the culprit. I am a victim who was already killed. So, leave me alone!
Also, you're gonna get your head knocked off if you're not careful.
After him, Master!
Yeah.
You said the body in the first car's infirmary wasn't me, but Aphex? But you went to car 5 after car 1 and discovered his corpse there. How was the corpse transported from car 1 to car 5? That'd require moving past you.
That's right. If he slipped past us, when did that happen?
And the lights went out. And then where did he go? Because he'd have had to slip back as well, which is, you know, interesting. Apologize, Apex, for blaming you. When moving the body from car 1 to car 5, the culprit did not something through the or moved something the... It's really hard to read that font sideways and backwards.
Another mystery.
Ah,
that
move through the
needs to be
train. Did not
solved.
move through the train.
Thinking about it rationally, we have to assume that they carried the corpse through the train.
No, that's impossible. 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 Impossible!
Zilch turned into a mystery phantom!
Get him, Master! Boom kill him so hard, his relatives get bruises!
A body can't get from car 1 to car 5. Just think about it. The train's halls are quite narrow. The corpse is heavy enough as it is. Lugging a corpse through that hallway, you would certainly have noticed. That means your deduction is all wrong. I'll say it once more. You cannot transport the corpse from car 1 to car 5.
That's true. Plus, when we investigated the private rooms, we kept the doors open for security. If someone had passed through the hallway, I probably would have noticed.
They would have had to sneak past me, too. There's no way anybody got through that corridor.
If we're certain nobody used that corridor, then the corpse must have been brought in from outside the train, not inside. If so, the culprit would need to be able to pass by us without being noticed.
What are you mumbling about? Just admit that your deductions were utter nonsense.
Hi, Hubble.
If they didn't pass through the train, you think a corpse was brought in from outside? The windows are all locked shut.
I will have a drink in a minute. I've just got to, like...
The train is moving. We know the train never stopped once. If the windows and doors are shut, there's no way to get out while the train is moving. No issues occurred during the train's operation.
This is the truth.
Hey, Hubble, how you doing?
No, there was something strange. The blackout and shaking that happened when I was in car 2 and car 4. When the blackout occurred and the shaking started, I'm certain something else happened in the train. Maybe it has something to do with the mystery of the moving corpse.
Don't be stupid! So what if there was a little blackout and some gentle swaying?
I wonder if
Forget the shaking and
somehow
the
the
blackout.
car switched?
They were nothing but coincidences. The blackout was just a bad contact. The shaking was the tunnel air pressure. There's nothing odd about that. It's all just a coincidence. It's impossible to include that in a criminal plot.
Come on.
No.
It's no coincidence. What am I slashing?
Forget the shaking and the blackout. They were nothing but coincidences. The blackout was just a bad contact.
I'll slash through this mystery. No, the blackout didn't occur because of a connection failure. It was due to the main control system failing and switching to the backup control system. The blackout occurred during that 1 second when the system switched over.
Okay, it's 1 second, not 1 minute. Excuse me?
Hey, he ran away. Fleeing phantom is a bad phantom.
Is there such a thing as a good phantom?
After him. You gotta keep solving the mystery and boom, kill that mystery phantom.
Hey!
Okay.
Master, you may know the cause of the blackout, but what does that have to do with how the corpse was moved?
The failed main control system was in car 1, where the body swap occurred. If so, then the main control system's failure must have something to do with moving the corpse.
I mean, is there any situation in which the train swapped cars 1 and 5?
So maybe the culprit broke the main control system. He must have attempted to stop the train to bring in the corpse from the outside.
But the train never stopped. The operation log confirms the train was moving the entire time.
Did it switch directions?
So I don't think he broke the system to bring the corpse in.
Then why did the main control system fail?
It must have something to do with moving the body.
I'm not 100% on this bet.
But you're unsure exactly how, huh? In that case... I knew it! A mystery is blocking you! Anything blocking you in here is also a mystery. So let's solve it to keep on going. This is the question we're facing right now.
The main control system must have failed because something happened in the first car. If that's true, what exactly happened? If it's related to the body being moved, then how?
Master's expression is so serious. He must be thinking hard. Well, as his mentor, I better think hard too. The main control system failing, the blackout, the train shaking. Oh yeah! Why did the train shake like that? There was a blackout right before entering the tunnel that was caused by the main control system failing, but the culprit didn't destroy it, so the blackout happened because... Oh, wasn't there some shaking right before the blackout too? After the whole train shook, the blackout... I don't get it.
That's right! The train shook right before the blackout. We still don't know what caused that to happen. Whatever it was strong enough to make the entire train shake. It caused the main control system to fail and resulted in a blackout. If it had something to do with moving a body, then what must have happened was...
Ooh! Did I give you the assistance you needed? Close to solving the case now? Then it's time to combine our powers and solve this thing! Let's go, Master! Lay it all out!
Oh, not a barrel game.
Are you ready to play the Shinigami puzzle? You can do it, Master!
Do I have to do these in order? Something ED. DACNE.
Tick tock, tick tock. That's not it.
No, not changed.
That's not it. What's wrong? Tick tock, tick tock. That's not it.
Yeah, we need to try that again because I don't know what the word is. Checkpoint, please.
Master, you make...
Luckily, I found the fast forward button. There's a route map as well.
Together as a team.
So,
You can do it, Master! Great! Great!
I was thinking it was like destroyed, but CHA OT Decharted? No, that's not a word.
Go, go, go!
D
That's not it! You're wrong! That's right!
Oh, detached!
Made it
Yeah, so they were swapped. I was trying to make swapped, changed, didn't think of detached. But same principle to what I'd said. Maybe they swapped the cars. Just couldn't make a word. But luckily it's fairly forgiving. I should get some more tea, but I think probably just going to go through to the end of the stream. I feel like we solved the mystery labyrinth, and that's good for the stream.
Could it be that the first car was separated from the train?
Huh? Separated? What? Seriously?
Because the tunnel bit had a whoop around it on the route map. Let me show you. See? You can see we went through that red tunnel on the bottom right, just before Konami Wood. So it is possible that the train cars went round somehow the other way. We never actually had a train car 5. It just became 1. Would be a little weird, but...
Yeah, the reason why the main control system failed was because the first car was cut off from the rest of the train we were riding in.
We never tried to go back.
Keep going for now.
Because we only have the maps word
Master,
and stuff that there
I
were
don't
5
really
cars.
get it.
The other door didn't
What do
open.
you mean the first car was cut off?
The shaking happened just before the blackout, right? Huh? Did it just shake? What was that? The lights went out for a moment and came back on. At that
Excuse me.
time, the first car was disconnected from the rest of the Amaterasu Express. As a result, the main control system failed, and after a brief blackout, it switched to the backup.
But why cut off the first car? Why go through all that trouble?
Of course, to move the body in the train car. To do that.
Stop strangling me!
There it is again! It's bigger than ever!
How much longer will this keep happening?
1 became 5. Because they were identical.
Now's not the time to be suffocating!
Which explains why the infirmary looked weird.
Again?
We need to resolve the mystery at hand.
Given that the first car was cut off so that the body could be moved. Right. I think I see what happened.
Seems like you got it. Let's do this. Lay it all out.
This one's easy. Car. C-A-R.
Puzzle it out. Nice. That's right.
That's right! He transported the corpse using the entire first car. That's why the first car was disconnected.
Transported the corpse? With the entire car? Nonsense. Shut up! The first car is at the front of the train.
That's why the number was burnt.
Afix's corpse was in the 5th car, in the back.
I mean, did they just swap 1 and 5? But didn't we run back through into car 1?
Even
So
if
that
you
was the only
detach
thing.
the front car, how do you move it all the way to the rear?
Master, don't be scared. Lots of villains transform after they've been cornered.
Calm down. Stay calm. Think. How could you swap the position of the first and 5th
I
cars?
already showed you. Route map.
If I can answer that, I can solve this mystery once and for all. How did it happen?
That reminds me. Master, earlier when you were talking about the shaking and mentioned the blackout, blackout only happened once, but the shaking happened twice.
Yeah, it definitely shook 2 separate times. Right before entering the tunnel, and right after leaving it. The first time was when the train car was disconnected. But what about the second? Something happened to the train then, too.
We'd have run all the way to the
shaking at
end
of the tunnel felt
quicker.
similar to when car 1
There's no point thinking about it. You're stuck in this labyrinth for all eternity.
Master, here it comes! You gotta solve the mystery and defeat him!
Your deductions aren't worth a damn thing, because they're all wrong from the very beginning.
The fact that you're fighting us seems to dissuade that.
So it shook twice near the tunnel. What of it? You mean the train car was separated and reconnected? Why would that even matter? Even if you managed to separate car 1, how could it be moved to the rear? The train was always running on the same tracks. There's no way to shuffle the train cars around.
This is the truth. No. At that time, not all the cars were moving on the same track. The track that the Amaterasu Express was on separated into double tracks right before entering the tunnel. So by taking advantage of the double tracks, it's possible to switch out the train cars. The first time the train shook was before entering the tunnel, which was caused by car 1 separating. After that, the separated car 1 entered the other track, while the rest of the train proceeded on the main track. The 2 tracks rejoin after the tunnel. That's where car 1 connected to the end of the train. This is when the train shook for the second time.
You're right! The first car moved all the way to the back!
But then it goes 5-1, and we went from 4 to something.
Normally, it's impossible for a single train car to function on its own. But the Amaterasu Express is special. The control system will supply electricity as programmed and drive the train. But all train cars on the train have motors that run autonomously.
If each train car can operate autonomously, then car 1 can function on its own! Doesn't that solve everything? It's time you gave up!
Not quite right.
That's
Huh? What?
Using your method to rearrange the train cars would connect the first car, which would leave it behind the 5th car. In other words, it becomes the 6th car, but that doesn't exist. So, you're telling me you found Aphex's corpse in the non-existent 6th car?
Oh, you're right.
Do you get it? You're the one who's wrong. Everything you've deduced is wrong!
No, I'm not wrong. The truth lies just
I mean,
ahead of
maybe
us.
there wasn't a 5th car, the
I
door
will
was
prove it
stuck.
to you.
But I was fairly certain I'd run back into car 1 when the things were chasing me, but also that was last week, so from the start it was a 4-car train. So maybe I didn't, maybe I escaped from the dining car.
Maybe the Amaterasu Express doesn't have 5 cars. What if there were only 4 cars to begin with? If that's the case, then to me, Car 1 could be made to look like Car 5.
Huh?
It's a shame we didn't throw up in the bathroom or something that would make it look really obvious.
Instead, 4?
That's why Melanie said the 5th car's door was broken while we were in transit.
But you can't access the 5th car, the one at the end. The door appears to be broken and won't open.
So, it wasn't broken.
They could have just had another car when it stopped at the station. All they had to do was have a fake replacement car 1. So when car 2 came in, it reconnected as it stopped. So when we ran through, we ran through. We didn't stop to check if the infirmary door was open or there was a corpse in there. I mean, certainly I didn't expect move an entire train car. And I didn't expect that one of the corpses was in fact the same corpse. But yeah, this is intriguing.
The 4th car was actually the farthest one back from the get-go?
Yep.
I'm sure the real 5th car was left behind at the station when we departed. So the train took off with only 4 cars. There was another car 1 at our destination.
Yep, I just said that.
Connected upon arrival, then the train would have 5 cars again. So the car 1 where I was knocked out became the 5th car at the end of the line. And when I was questioned by the peacekeepers, the car 1 there was another car prepared at the station specifically for this plot.
To be fair, they possibly even had a corpse in it, just in case we looked.
Then all the peacekeepers there would have noticed it.
If they were in on it.
All in on it.
Or you can assume that the peacekeepers themselves were the ones who prepared the other car 1. If there was another car 1, then there would be something that sets it apart from the original car 1. For example, the way the window glass was broken in the infirmary would be different from how I broke it.
You mean when you used the fire extinguisher to smash the infirmary's window? So they knew you would do that? That's how they were able to imitate it in the new car 1?
I think I was set up to reach for that fire extinguisher.
It was on the floor.
The fire extinguisher was left in a conspicuous spot in the hallway. They wanted me to use it to break the window. And that's how they pulled off swapping the 1st and 5th cars while in transit. It was all a trap to set me up as the culprit. Isn't that right? Zilch?
I mean, that means that the 5th car would have already had the window smashed, but the fake 5th car would have had the window smashed. Didn't notice that.
We're almost there. Let's catch this culprit.
To admit, it was a little bit preoccupied with there's a corpse. There's a lot of fire in here, and there's blood in the infirmary, and there was a mattress hanging around.
Pretty solid deduction. Very
But
impressive.
also, this is why we do VODs, because then we can go and have a look and be like, oh yes.
So strange.
In fact, I probably will do that.
It doesn't feel like I'm learning this stuff, more like I'm remembering it. Maybe I was even a high-ranking detective in a WDO.
But seriously, you look like 12.
No time for bragging. You still gotta catch him.
Right.
Do, 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 do. Yeah. But we'll have a look at the VOD.
Feels different here.
This is just the calm before the storm. Be careful. You don't know what's gonna happen next. You know,
But yeah, it's nice having a VOD.
was a really big trick to pull off.
Unless they replace the glass
How
somehow.
could disconnect and reconnect so smoothly.
The train's automatic operating system must have had it programmed before we departed.
Even the trick with the swapping train car?
Probably.
Probably. It had to have been done automatically.
Well, it'd be easy for Amaterasu.
But yeah, they could have
Oh,
easily
train.
replaced.
That's what I'm worried about. Even if I obtain the truth here, won't they just ignore what I say and arrest me?
Not sure how the
anyway?
blood happened, but you know.
I keep telling you not to worry about it. As long as you have the truth, the culprit can't escape.
Why are you so
Could
sure
have easily
of that?
gotten blood from something and done that. That could have been emergency supply blood and stuffs. But yeah.
What is this?
Looks like a fort to me. With this kind of protection, I bet the truth is in there for sure. You just have to destroy it.
So the truth is here.
You can't have the truth.
Can't handle the
Impossible
truth.
to destroy this fortress. Just give up and leave.
Liked you because you had cool fuzzy ear hat thing.
Whenever a culprit takes a last stand like this, you know we're just a step away from unriddling this labyrinth. Master, time to show him how dangerous you really are. After all, he did try to set you up.
I'm not worried about that right now. We're so close to the truth. We gotta do this.
It's bomb kill time!
My head off. No, you just picked me up by my head. Stop doing weird things like that.
Shinigami's tutorial corner!
Okay, great onset destroyer. Okay.
Let's do this, Master! Oh, whoa!
Kick.
No one can stop me! What?
I won't let you have the truth.
Oops.
I see. Racket blend.
Go away. Give up and scram.
I see. Easy. Watch out.
Your deduction is wrong. Go away. Don't come near me. Don't come any closer. Stop it. Switching the first and fifth cards is just your imagination. It's a completely baseless lie.
No, that makes
There's no
sense.
evidence they ever swapped.
Yo, check, check.
Okay.
Come on, hurry up and decide. Use the solution key to smash through the wall, Mac.
You're wrong. Huh? Come on.
No, there are traces of a swap. The warped plate from Car 5. The reason that plate was burned so thoroughly is because originally it said Car 1. Left as it was, it would have messed up your plot to make Car 1 look like Car 5. That's why you made extra sure it was burned beyond recognition.
Here I go.
That's nonsense! I burned the plate to disguise it? No, I didn't do that! Stop it! Stop! Go away! Get away from me! Get away! Get away! It just happened to be easily burned! But with it burned, you have no way of knowing what number car it was. So there's nothing backing up your deduction. You have no hard evidence proving that location was the first car.
Looks like we need another solution key to boom kill him. Good luck, Master.
There is proof! The bloodstain on the inner lock of the infirmary in Car 5! The culprit probably didn't notice it. But I remember. It's my blood.
What?
When I was trying to get into the infirmary in Car 1, I cut my finger on the glass. When I reached through to unlock the latch, I must have gotten blood on it. But that bloodstain would have been hidden while the interlock was open. That's probably why the culprit missed it. My blood, which was left behind in Car 1, was found in Car 5. This proves that someone pulled off the car switching trick. This is the truth of the case.
It's going wild. Oh, it's also echoing. Sorry about that. Didn't notice that before. Yeah, it's really sad no one's watching today, because I want to play this, and it's sad that people don't want to watch what I want to play.
Not done yet!
What? He's still going? Let us boom kill you already!
I don't get
If
the boom
Car
kill
1
thing.
became Car 5, then where did the culprit supposedly hiding in the infirmary go? You had to have checked the 5th car, but the culprit wasn't there.
The culprit must have been hiding somewhere in the 5th car, probably someplace safe.
Let me check the restroom.
Here.
Could have crouched down behind the door quite easily.
The culprit was hiding inside the main control room, which was locked shut the entire time. I didn't have the key, so I could never have gotten inside. I bet the culprit moved there from the infirmary while Car 1 was running on the 2nd track. If the train's management company, Amaterasu Corporation, was involved, the culprit may have had the key. And then they hid in a blind spot I couldn't see from the window. That's how they got past me.
No, it's not me.
I didn't want it to be you. What a cute hat.
I'm not the culprit.
Why was I more inclined to believe it was Aphex?
I call that a critical hit.
Even though they'd proved their power. I think it was just because their corpse was dodgy and not immediately identifiable that I thought that they'd, you know, I thought they'd brought in another corpse. Honestly, I didn't think about the train cars switching. But I felt for Aphex. I feel bad that they, you know, had to see their parents getting killed and all that. The only reason I suspected them was because their corpse looked dodgy. Because it had a knife wound in it. And its face wasn't recognizable. But then I also commented on the fact that Zilch's corpse had burnt up pretty quick.
Seems like he's barely standing. All that's left is to finish him off.
Finish him off? How do I do that?
Shove all of your evidence into the solution blade and slash as hard as you...
Cool book effect. Ooh, now we get to do the deduction. Excuse me, deduction denouement. Excuse me.
To expose this crime, the cheats
Think through all the deductions. Place the correct piece in the corresponding deduction gap.
This could be the clincher.
Which pieces can be opened by solving mysteries?
There's only one truth.
Then we get to the finale. Okay, so barely boards the train. Yuma runs towards the train. Where did we rush to? So, of course, only minutes till departure. Amaterasu Express ticket, leaving the lost and found. Runs towards the train. Yeah, because it's obviously the comic books go the other way round. Cushion. Cardboard number. Infected body. Fire extinguisher. Okay, so gather. Takes the drug to coffee. Suddenly hit by drowsiness. Culprit smokes. Master detective's drink. Harry's influences bottle. What was used to break the window? Fire extinguisher set up. Carries Aphex's body to the infirmary. It's used as a red herring. Knife and cushion. Locks it off from the inside. Is in bed with the burnt corpse. Sets a fire around the bed. I mean, that is very wily. First thing, culprit lying in infirmary. Breaks in, fire extinguisher, first body found. Yuma frantically exits the room. Where was the culprit hiding? Attachment to Kali, he fixes his body. Blackout. Under the bed. Okay, culprit heads to the main control room. Attachment. Arm is attached. Back out. Go back. Because now we have the drug. Car 3, car 2, car 3, car 4. Culprit moves Aphex's body. Distant corridor. Did the culprit burn? Car plate number. As part of the ploy. Into the main control room. Exiting the tunnel. What happens? Car attachment. Yuma enters car 1 attached by car 4. Runs to the destroyed car. Burnt corpse at the end of the passageway. Apex. Very burnt body at this point. Been burnt twice. Possibly, or just like really burnt. I don't know. Different car 1 at the station. Arrives, returns to being a 5-car train. Peacekeepers arrive on board. To me. Runs Zilch is the culprit. Mystery unraveled. We have answers to that part at least. The why.
Step right up, step right up. 5 master detectives slain before their time, and Amaterasu Corporation has master in their sights. Truth bombs are about to be dropped. Time for the deduction denouement.
The incident unfolded aboard the Amaterasu Express, which was on its way to Kanai Ward.
Yeah, so what we don't know is why we're in the Lost and Found, why we traded our memories to a death god, because they can't tell us. Melanie said that she was being followed by someone from Amaterasu. I think Zilch was the one that said, "How did you know?" And she went, "Well, they got into an Amaterasu car." Maybe Zilch was the one following her? Zilch was clearly the imposter in that situation, obviously had done something to us to put us in the Lost and Found situation, because he was, you know, attempting to beat us on board. Had identification, but that could easily have been faked. And a setup.
I rushed onto the train as it was about to depart. At that time, the train was made up of 5 cars.
I don't know how we got on the first car if we're doing that, but, you know.
Because you were fast asleep in the Lost and Found, Master. If you'd kept snoozing, the case would never be solved.
We would have
When
been
the
set
train
up then.
started moving, it was only 4 cars long. The 5th and final one was left at the station.
Yeah, if we'd have got in car 5, we'd have been screwed, but we got. I was sure we got it in the back of the train, which is why I was confused why we were in 1. Ray, how's it going?
So, the culprit's scheme had already begun.
We solved the case. I'm nearly out of tea.
Meaning Amaterasu Corporation was involved from the get-go.
On the train, the master detectives were gathered together in car 2. That was the dining car.
You're EP. I mean, I'm always EP.
And the culprit had already mixed a knockout drug into every drink there.
He must have been on first.
Who was the first person on the train, so they could prepare in advance and wait
Have
for
you recovered
everybody
from your
else.
holiday?
I felt unwell, and Melanie went to the trouble of pouring me a coffee. But after drinking it, I started to feel drowsy.
You'd think they'd, you know, sleepy. They'd have been suspicious.
I was hearing things at the time and thought that I might be seriously ill. But it was
Back to
actually
the nightmare world. Oh dear.
Oh, so you thought yours truly was responsible? Sticks and stones won't do much to a death god, but slander stings.
The culprit sent me off to car 1 in order to frame me as the killer.
I'm sure the culprit didn't expect you to get sick, Master, but since you look like a super easy target, they probably changed their plan and went after you instead.
Once I left, the other master detectives must have fallen asleep because of the drugged drinks.
No, she died. We got another tall girlie. But yeah, she died. She got set on fire. Not fun.
The culprit
But we do
died
have a
burned everyone to
demon
death.
lady. And she keeps on slicing our throat and strangling us, so, you know, less fun, but...
Setting all those master detectives on fire! On purpose! What a psycho!
This was when the culprit put their plan to frame me into motion. First, they carried Aphex's charred corpse to the infirmary in car 1.
The very first body we found.
Then, they deliberately left a fire extinguisher near the restroom I was sleeping in. This was done to prompt me into smashing the door later.
Gotta have someone get inside somehow, or else nobody would find the body.
Next, the culprit entered the infirmary, locked the door, and laid down on
We
the
couldn't
bed
find
with
the
Aphex's
key
charred
originally,
corpse.
so, you know.
Jumping into bed with a charred corpse. And here I thought chivalry was dead. What a gentleman. I'm actually a little jealous.
A knife and cushion created the red herring.
Hell of a way to pretend to be dead.
Furthermore, the culprit set the room on fire just as I was waking up.
How did they know that part, though?
While they were sleeping, I felt someone come into the restroom. They must have seen Ben and timed it.
Oh, there.
When I woke up in the restroom and went into the hallway, car 1 was beginning to fill with smoke.
Oh, that's some precise timing.
Yeah.
I caught a glimpse of Zilch in the infirmary, with a knife lodged in his chest.
Oh, if you do it with that angle, then you can see there's a corpse and a cushion.
But it didn't take long for the smoke to obscure everything.
That was when the culprit took out Aphex's burnt corpse, switched places with it, and waited for me to enter the room while hiding beneath the bed.
I mean, I don't know why they needed to stab anybody.
It's just like a magic trick. Switching places under a veil of smoke.
So still, smoke inhalation's pretty serious. Exactly.
Meanwhile,
I watch, you know, Chicago Fire and shit like that.
smashed the window.
Maybe he had a respirator? Maybe that's his
and went
superpower?
inside.
Just like the culprit planned. And that's why they left the fire extinguisher there in the first place.
After the smoke cleared, I found Zilch's body, burned to a crisp.
Well, you found a stabbed body with no blood around the stab wound, wearing the glasses. Not the hat, though. He couldn't let his hat burn up. And not the feather.
At least, that's what I thought. The charred corpse was actually Aphex. The culprit had me completely fooled.
Must
Clothing
imply
brand.
this is a time-consuming method of roasting someone to death. Plus, the body was about the right size.
I bolted out of car 1 after seeing the corpse.
The culprit was under the bed at that time.
I mean, I did keep trying to go back to check things and it wouldn't let me, so, you know. IRL, I'd have seen this sort of thing happening.
I went on to discover
IRL,
the
I'd be
charred
dead, let's
corpses
just
of the
face it.
other master detectives. Around that time, the culprit came out from under the bed and went to the main control room in car 1. Controlling the train from there, they detached car 1.
That caused the blackout and shaking, and the power source was switched over to the backup system. So when the train shook, was there or was there not jiggling in the blouse? Take
You
a
weren't wearing a
guess.
blouse at that point. You were a ghost.
While the detached car 1 was running on a separate track, the culprit went to work, preparing to disguise car 1 as car 5.
What about juggling?
First, Aphex's corpse was carried to the corridor, and the necklace removed earlier was placed back on.
Which made it look really suspicious.
Then the car 1 number plate was burned so that it couldn't be properly identified.
There was a lot of burning going on. They made it look radically different.
With everything in place,
Except for the infirmary was weird.
the culprit went into the main control room, locked the door, and waited for the train cars to reconnect.
And at this time, the culprit was riding in car 1 on the other track, right?
It was overly complex, I have to say. But suspicious. Where's everyone today? That was my question, Ray. It's like, I'm playing a game I'm really excited about and I really want to stream. And no one's watching. Which makes me sad, because I want to stream more of this,
Only
but
cars
I also want people to watch me
4 at
stream.
the time remained on course.
Since we were in a
I can't
I
stream what I'm
didn't
happy
realize
to
Part
stream,
1 was
then...
moving alongside
Oh,
us.
no, 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 wait. You are, like... You don't need to apologize. You are always, like, super busy. I just thought people that had seen the first part of this would want to see some more, you know, and there's usually... I mean, there's people sort of... Twitch tells me there's people in chat, just no one's chatting. I don't know. I mean... No one even attempted the question today. And, you know, it's okay sometimes I'm not in streams or I'm just lurking, but I just feel like other people have much more active stream chats. And I participate in that, and then it's no reciprocation. I don't know, I'm just sad today a little bit.
The train we were on went through the tunnel with only 3 cars. When it came out of the tunnel, the car with the culprit in it attached to car 4.
It's a good thing we didn't speed through any faster though.
Now behind car 4, that car became car 5.
The swap was pre-programmed into the train's automatic operating system,
I
right?
suppose we wouldn't have been able to get through the door. Maybe we'd have gone to try and find something to pry it open.
Technology sure is convenient.
And then it would have just worked because then there was a car there.
The culprit riding in car 1 attached it to the back of car 4.
We did try and look in the control rooms, but we couldn't see everything.
That caused more shaking, but there was no blackout this time because the power supply stayed the same.
Additional shaking occurred inside my blouse, but the power stayed on.
After that, I mistook car 1 for car 5 and walked right in. The culprit wrecked it so much I didn't even notice the door I had smashed when I was in car 1 before.
I figured there'd been some kind of brawl. But that was part of the culprit's plan, wasn't it? Also, no one would realize it was actually car 1.
Because the fire extinguisher and the burnt out bed was in there. Is this a Japanese game? It's a Spike Chunsoft game, so yeah.
I deduced that it was Aphex from the necklace it had on. But I was just rediscovering the same charred corpse from car 1.
It's Stabwood.
The disguised corpse and the car switch completely fooled me.
No, I disagree with the statement. It did not completely fool me because I kept on saying, this is really suspicious. So everything is super convoluted. Yes, these are the people that made Danganronpa, the Nonary games, Zero Escape, AI Somnium Files, 3 series that I really, really love, but yeah, super convoluted. But I really like that, but I also like trying to figure it out. And this was us from the very beginning for me. Why didn't the chain melt if it was set on fire with a necklace on? Why is there a stab wound? It's like, why is the infirmary all messed up in this car as well? I think I even said that. I didn't notice the smashed window. We did notice the blood. We did notice the burnt mattress. I was like, why is he out in the hallway? You know, did he get set on fire in the infirmary? Why the heck was he in the other infirmary? Did he get set on fire and then woke up and then died in the corridor? Is that why everything else is on fire? You know, you can hear my train of thought in the previous one. It just hurts your brain. Yeah, I mean, that's fair enough. Lots of games hurt my brain. I like these ones, though. They make it tickle in a good way.
Is he a dead body? Oh, this is disturbing.
I had thought there was an additional corpse and this was the additional corpse, which made me suspect Aphex. I didn't think they were reusing corpse because I didn't consider the train card swap thing.
When the train arrived in Kanai Ward,
Because this bit, I didn't think that there was a new one. Because I was like, well then how would they put another corpse in there? But I mean, they really could have had another corpse in there. Just set up ready.
it connected to a different, prearranged car 1.
We didn't stop as we were racing through to try and get off the train to see if the door was smashed and there was a dead body and a corpse and stuff in there.
And with that, the train once again had 5 cars.
But I will go back and watch the last bit of the VOD just to see
So much attaching and
if I could have
detaching
noticed these
on a
things.
Stupid, crazy, elaborate trick.
What confused me mostly is that why did we get on train car 1 when we pulled out of the station? Was that just... Because usually, if you're late getting on the train, you get on the back of the train. Because the train, you know, pretty much the station, especially the end ones, Maybe this is not an end station, that's why the train could go either way, and they set it up so that if we were running to get on, we'd get on in one, because they didn't want anyone in car 5. Possibly. I'm just so used to London, and always ending up on the back of a train when I was running for it.
Peacekeepers were lying in wait at the station.
Yeah, that was a little bit terrifying. I thought I was going to have to fight people.
Sole survivor, I was set up as the one responsible for the murders.
You run to the front. I mean, I go to the front if I've got time, but I'd rather walk through the train than anything else. Unless I've got a suitcase, but yeah. I mean, if I've got a train pre-booked, then, you know, I'm as close to the front, or as close to where my carriage is as I can be. I just, you know, when you just buy a ticket and you're getting a train, like when I was living near West Hampstead, the amount of times that I would be running to get on the train to go see Daisy, actually, when she was in just north of London, just in North London, and I would end up sort of in the last carriage and then sort of walk through. Depends on the model of the train, yeah, I suppose.
You mean pisses me off, right?
During that time, the
So yes, we have another tall lady.
control room of the
This is the demon ghosty thing. Okay, tall pretty lady.
Peacekeepers to haul you in, Master. They were right there at the scene.
Slightly bloodthirsty, but is death
All
god.
the master
So
detectives, the culprit faked their own death and tried to frame me as the killer. It was a cunning, cold-blooded scheme.
I didn't like the manual ones. I wish you was trying to fall out the train when you had to open it out of the window.
Detectable crimes is none other than Zilch Alexander.
It was you!
How did we get back on the train there? I was paying too much attention to stuff. It's fine, it's on VOD. I can just rewatch the end.
This is the truth I've uncovered.
Yeah, I thought you would like Tall Demon Lady. Oh, I think we're still in the labyrinth. Right, we didn't get back on the train. I mean, I think we're in a demonic pact with her where she's got my memories and I'm not quite sure what I get from it. We're getting all the achievements today, though.
Is
But yeah,
it?
she's pretty.
What's this?
It's the truth. It's the soul of the true culprit who made this mystery labyrinth.
The soul of the true culprit. Wait, what am I supposed to do with this?
Now it's time for the main event. Here we go. It's my time to shine.
She's very bouncy. I would be exhausted in about 3 seconds if I married her. I'm very much.
Bloodlust,
I need some quiet time.
overflowing despair.
But she is very pretty.
The brilliant soul of Shinigami shall expunge this cursed case. Death to all deplorables. Ruin to the vile mystery labyrinth.
Gosh, she's got wings. And a scythe with an arm. True Death God, loving it. I love that Death God, but still firing out hearts. It is adorable. Bye bye, Mystery Labyrinth. Are you back in the UK? Just like Bayonetta. Yeah. I've not played Bayonetta, but I have seen Bayonetta. Are you back for good, or just for... Because I realise it's also February.
Huh? We're back?
North London.
What are you talking about now? Your spirit shouldn't be broken. Yet. The peacekeepers will take care of you. We have all the time in the world.
Huh?
Yeah, how do we get out of this part now? We have the truth and the evidence.
Where are you? Nothing here's changed. What's going on?
Ah, okay. Dogs.
Shinigami? Are you listening?
Get him!
Wait! I know who the culprit is!
What?
It's Zilch! He's still alive. He framed me.
What are you talking about? He's already dead!
Huh? But...
Shut up! This is not up for discussion! What a waste of time!
He's already dead. Did they kill him?
Take him away!
Shinigami! Where did you go? This isn't what's supposed to happen!
I'm right here!
Aww. Back in
You're
Ghosty
so
form.
cute when you panic, so I had to enjoy the view for a bit.
Stop playing around! Why hasn't the situation changed at all?
He must be hallucinating. Taking him down shouldn't be a problem. Take him away! What? He's dead?
Looks like it's over.
Huh? What's over? Shinigami, what's going on?
There's always a price to pay. When I meet the soul of the true culprit, the mystery labyrinth created by the culprit is destroyed.
And it kills them.
But as a price, the source that created the mystery labyrinth also perishes.
Oh, then we don't get any answers.
Perishes? Don't tell me.
That's right, the true culprit dies.
Then that report saying Zilch, the true culprit, was dead.
And that solves today's mystery. The true culprit is as dead as a doornail.
That doesn't really help us.
You're now innocent and free to go, Master.
That
A happy
doesn't
ending.
prove that we're innocent.
There's nothing happy about this. Zilch died because I solved the mystery, right?
We're not happy we killed someone, effectively.
Huh? He was a dangerous murderer who killed 4 master detectives. He deserved to die.
He can't answer for his crimes now. There's no justice. That's like revenge.
I mean, I don't think I'm completely free to go. Not even with Zilch being dead.
In that case, say exactly what I'm about to tell you to that gilded idiot over there.
Okay. Swank, did you just receive a report that Zilch was dead?
How did you know that?
I thought so.
Ah!
If he was alive until moments ago, that changes things about this case. Someone who died in front of my eyes, was alive. This is clearly an attempt by the culprit to disguise the truth. Don't tell me the Peacekeepers lied to try to cover up what really happened. You didn't try to frame an innocent person, did you?
Like,
What?
literally, there is no one here that is going to care if they're prepared to frame you for this. They're all being paid to look the other way. I think you're being a bit naive.
You think you can weasel your way out of this? You better not forget you're in Kanai Ward now.
But yeah.
You're powerless before the might of the Amaterasu Corporation.
Yes. Well, you have to let me know when you're back in the UK again.
No.
Maybe we'll actually manage to be existing in the same place at the same time.
Hey, don't surrender so easily. You were so close.
That does it. You're under arrest. Listen, you got no right to remain silent, and you got no right to call a lawyer either. Take him away.
No, wait! Hold on just a second. Hey, excuse me. Do you have a minute?
Okay.
You.
They look like they've
It's all
sat in the
good.
dust.
Let's stop all the fighting. We both have to follow orders from the higher ups, so let's not do
You're back
anything
fully
that
in 2020.
causes
That feels like ages
unnecessary
away, and it's less than a year now.
Falsifying evidence and testimonies is a drag when it comes time to do the paperwork.
Is he maybe
right?
another master detective?
It's tough keeping things consistent.
Very tall.
Just forget about all that and leave it to me. Yeah?
He does look like he's been sitting in a
I
puddle of
saw
mud.
that the true culprit was alive and well just a bit ago.
What?
If you let us go, I'll cook something up in my report to the World Detective Organization.
You don't want trouble, right? If the WDO floods this joint because of you.
I mean, they were trying
Your
to send
punishment
detectives out there.
might be kind of brutal.
I feel like this
So,
is the secret
you
good
know
guy in
what to
disguise.
do. Leave things well enough alone, as they
They're just
say.
like bumbling enough to pass, but they're actually a detective that's been there all the time.
Let's go.
I like its coat though. But yeah, fully back. Oh, that's cool. Postdoc wrapped up. Nice. Imperial College. Cool.
Thank goodness that worked out.
Oh, are we gonna...
Who is he?
Beats me?
I feel this is probably going to be ending the chapter at some point. We're nearly at the end of the stream. I mean, we have to find out who this guy is, right? Can we go back on the train? No.
Well, I bet that was quite a long trip for you. Welcome to Con.
Thanks.
You must be Yuma. Yuma Cocoa Head, right?
I am. And you are?
I'm Yako Furio.
You're additionally training in information science between Imperial and Cambridge. You're done working for people. I mean, that sounds... Yeah. If I could be done working for people, I would. Having to search for jobs for, you know, 8.5 months. I am just tired. I would like to be in a job, and then I would like to earn enough money so that I can retire, and then I don't have to work. That would be good. But I also do want to move out of London, and that's looking like timeline is moving up. So, yeah. I'd love to do... I don't know whether I'd love to do more academics or just be able to... I don't know what I'd like to do if I didn't have to earn money to, you know, food and stuff. I'm not sure I'd go into like full-time streaming. Starfleet! God, no. I don't have energy to... I barely have energy to get out of bed some days. It would have to be something at home. Starfleet's always been your dream. I think I'd love to write. You know, when I was a kid, I wanted to be an author. But I never could figure out how to get the crazy stories out of my head into some sort of words on a page. But that would be my dream, to actually be able to write. Maybe make a wacky story game like this. You know, have time to just play with cats and play games and read books and stream. But, you know, I mean, we're still talking 20 years before I can reasonably retire, unless, you know, I win the lottery, but then I rarely remember to play the lottery, so... Healthy goals! Yeah! Cats, books, games! And I have, like, dream kitchen where I could totally stream, like, cooking streams. It would be somewhat modelled after the kitchen I've got now, because I really love the kitchen I've got now, just bigger. Like, twice as big. If I had twice as big a kitchen. You always buy tickets for it. Yeah, I try and buy it when it's a rollover, but then I often forget, or I don't know when it's going to be a rollover. I did buy one at Christmas, or New Year's, whenever it was a rollover around about then. I just get a random numbers one. I figure, you know, it's got as much odds as anything else. Computer's picking them anyway. But yeah, the only time I won on the lottery was about 20 quid, and that was back when I first moved to London. So at the moment, I think I've broken about even. If you win, you buy me a house up north and a creative writing course. That's sweet. But I mean, I can't afford my own house. It's just the, you know, being able to buy food and pay bills part. But yeah, mortgage is nearly paid off on this place, so I can sell this and buy a place up north with much more space. But yeah, then it's like, I have to survive. My pension at the moment, if I continue paying in as I am until whenever it is I'm supposed to retire, is great. You know, I've got enough, I've saved enough for the future, so I'm pretty pleased with myself that way. But I would actually like a job for a little bit longer. I kind of enjoy working with people. But then, you know, I don't necessarily pick the high stress ones that you pick, Grace, so. But yeah, I think I need a job for, you know, another 10 years or so. I don't know if I can deal with 20 more years of working, but. Because, you know, I'm only 18 years into my career. Well, minus.
Born and raised in Conai
in
Ward,
addition to the
just a
job
humble
hunting.
member of the WDO.
Mm.
I'm the director of the Nocturnal Detective Agency, the only detective agency in Conai Ward. My office welcomes you. Nice to make your acquaintance.
See, the one that sent out the alert. It's a shame he couldn't stop people being, you know. You don't mind work, you just don't like people. I don't like some people. And I like to have the option to not do any peopling. But I have missed peopling a little bit. I tend to, like, you know, talk way too much when to, like, my hairdresser and my mum, just because it's like, oh my god, I need to have conversations with people. I can't get out as much as I used to.
Thanks. The pleasure is all mine.
But 4 people still died.
So he's a detective from the WDO. Finally, I've met an ally.
Why are you so trusting? Seriously. All the other people told you they were from that, and
He
one of them
managed
was
to turn
lying.
away the peacekeepers, so he must be in high standing.
Poor little naive
He's
cinnamon
clearly
roll.
just some careless, middle-aged man.
Middle-aged?
By the way, don't tell anyone about yours truly. You might have forgotten, but our secret is included in the contract. It'd be terrible if
We
you
don't
broke this
remember
rule.
the contract.
To be exact, your whole body would be drained of its blood.
Information science graduates with your background and previous studies get. That's nice.
Okay, I won't tell anyone.
Well, even if you did, they'd just assume you're some crazy person.
Is that like data science stuff? Because, yeah, that pays crazy, ridiculous amounts.
Now, shall we? Oh, by the way, I'd like to hear the details about this incident.
Right.
I like data. One of the jobs I'm applying for is a company that deals with a lot of data. I'm managing a data team, I
I'm
think.
sorry I kept you waiting. It took a while to get through all the proceedings.
They practically interrogated you, right? Conai Ward is completely shut off from the outside world. Communication devices such as cell phones are confiscated. Cameras are not permitted to leave Conai Ward either. Even if you smuggle something with reception in, Conai Ward is a dead zone. Thanks to all that tight closure, nobody's using this fancy station at all.
Did you say no one?
You show a lot of promise, considering how you handled that Amaterasu trouble. I was scared, to be honest. I don't want to deal with them if I don't have to. The thing is, the Peacekeepers always antagonize detectives. As a basic rule, never look them in the eye. They're always itching for a fight. Kinda like mad dogs.
I'm a little scared if every single pyramid thing, labyrinth thing I investigate kills somebody. Glorified strategist. Oh god, yeah, I always overshare. It's like, I always feel like more context the better, but then I tend to overload people with all the information. Can't really win.
Amaterasu Corp doesn't want the unified government or the WDO meddling in their matters.
But yeah, my neurospiciness is, or my neurosparkliness, I like using sparkly because I'm not a spicy person, is really interfering with my job hunting in various ways.
I even caught wind of them hiring a hitman.
A hitman?
Hitman?
They plan to wipe out any master detectives before they entered Kanai Ward. The result of which is this Amaterasu Express massacre.
So Zilch
But
was
I mean,
actually a
strategist,
hitman?
that's, you know. I bow down to your expertise. Strategy is not one of the bits that I'm particularly great at because I haven't actually been taught it or know where to sort of start learning, but I did reach out to my network and now I have like a whole bunch of resources on my phone that I just need to have the brain space to, you know, digest. And someone to help me learn as well, because honestly, sometimes you need the context, you need a real world example to be able to do stuff. So
Nope.
I'm hoping I can learn
There
from,
was a real
you know,
master
new job.
detective named Zilch. He was murdered beforehand and used as a disguise.
That's he stole the ID. I thought maybe there
You were in the
was.
first car earlier. The real Zilch is laying dead somewhere in there.
Oh.
There was a separate first car at the station before you arrived, where Zilch's body was hidden.
Yes. Okay, so I did think there was another. I had thought that that was maybe going to be the case, that they had got a corpse in there.
Then, the 4 train cars that you rode in would arrive at the station in Kanai Ward and connect with the fake first car. That makes a total of 5 dead master detectives at Kanai Ward's platform. With no master detectives left, you would be arrested as the only culprit. That was the plan.
They would go to such lengths?
Yep.
Absolutely. Even though the plan didn't work, we still lost 5 master detectives.
Yeah.
Given the situation, I'm honestly surprised you survived, Yuma.
That's all thanks to me. You're so lucky to be haunted by yours truly.
Maybe we were killed. Maybe Zilch, because Zilch wasn't supposed to be on the train, obviously. Zilch was a master detective. The name was a master detective, but probably wasn't invited. We were invited. Maybe we were killed, and that's why we made a deal, because we were already dead.
Wait, if there was a real Zilch, then the number of people on board
Yeah,
the
now we're just gonna
Amaterasu
cover that part.
Express, including me, that makes 6 people. The numbers still don't add up.
I, Hoochie, heard from the World Detective Organization that the number of master detectives on the train was precisely 5.
Mm.
Oh, I'll explain that later. Anyway, let's leave this place. Wouldn't want to give the peacekeepers any ideas.
Okay, so we updated this. Open a path. We free the soul and kill them. Okay. And then we've got Yaku Furio, who dislikes debt. We don't know what his talent is. Lazy and irresponsible at first glance. I'm guessing, you know, they're playing at it. They've got to be a really good actor. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you're wrong, Ray. We have no memory, and they're a death god. We traded our memories for life in a contract. I mean, seriously, honestly, you know. Talent impersonations. Interesting. Dislikes animals, likes destroying nature. Oh no! That's wrong! Also, we appear to have a map in the middle. There's a little map in the middle. We have the Kanai station. Ooh, we've got the Kanai ward map.
Forget this stuff. Wow.
Ooh, multiple layers. New area map. Cool. And I'm hoping we finish the chapter at some point. Can we save? No, okay. I want to save. I want to finish the stream. But, you know, I'm also enjoying talking to you, Ray, so. But yes. Maybe I will randomly pick your brain about strategy at some point. Or if you have any really cool strategy resources that you want to share. That would also be cool. I don't know. I'm just trying to learn.
It's raining.
No, 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 no. Don't be quiet. Pretty much, aside from James, who had to leave earlier, the only one that's been talking to me this stream. I like to talk to people. As I said, I've had 8.5 months of not talking to people. I get bored. Not lonely. I just get bored. I really want this guy's coat. I kind of also want the coat with the ears, the cat ears from Danganronpa 2. But yeah. Yeah, I don't want to take advantage, but just, you know, if you've got anything that... Figure out how to get me started on the right train is always good. Where's Leaky? I mean, but building a fort last time I talked. Hello? Someone else just exited the train in a cloak?
Beats me.
Oh, that was interesting. Oh! We ended the chapter. Well, no, he messaged me this morning, said it was... He finally got into his conservatory because it had warmed up, because his conservatory is basically really freezing cold or boiling hot. And I was like, are you going to build a fort again? You know, you build like a blanket fort. And then it's like, cool. Once the culprit is boom killed, you get rewarded based on how well Master did inside the mystery labyrinth. Yeah, we certainly would not have gotten a good rank on this one at this point, I think. SS and C. Get a reward every rating below it. Okay. I mean, I'm reckoning we probably get about a B. Because we got hit a bunch of times before we figured out what we were doing. We did use an assist. But we did get injured quite a bit. Oh. We got a really great deduction rating there. I'll take that. There we go. C on stamina. Ooh, okay. Alright. Alright. We ranked up from 5 to 8. Okay. Bonus attacks evaded 10. Attacks evaded +5. Noise destroyed. Danger dodge. I mean, we did die one in one of the reasoning things, or one of the thingamajiggies. You're a C on stamina. I'm like a, you know, a Z. Yeah, that was 14. That was where we failed miserably because we couldn't make a word, and we wanted detached or something, and I was trying to make changed, and that wouldn't work. God Shigami, we missed a punch at the beginning because we didn't do the timing. Labyrinth options, I think we just missed something. Reasoning deathmatch, was that the first? No, that was the one where we kept on trying to hit the thing and we just kept on getting bashed by it, so I thought I had the wrong answer. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty good considering I didn't have a clue what I was doing. I'm gonna screenshot that. I'm quite happy with that. I mean, it's not an SS. It's not an SS because I need to get SSs in all. I think there's one for getting SSS. No, okay. There's no counters on these things. There we are. I probably have to replay some of these things. I've got the hiccups now. Right. Okay. Saving. Save current progress. Yes. Complete. Awesome. So we're going to end there. We finished the prologue. I'm fairly certain we finished the prologue. It's going to start a new chapter, right? Oh no. Still in the prologue. WDO versus the Amaterasu? Or is that just saying it's closed? I'm just going to say it's ended there and, you know, so we can pick it up next time. Terra 90. What am I having for dinner? Probably some noodles. I'm having to like have really small meals at the moment because my stomach is being a bitch. But yeah, I think some noodles is probably a good idea. Because it doesn't require much prep. I like noodles. Or noods, as I occasionally call them when I'm being silly. But yeah, not right yet anyway. It's only 6:20, so probably give it another couple of hours before I eat. Just to, you know, stave off any weird other stomach things going on. Yeah, it's a nightmare trying to get, you know, nutrition. You were asking because you have no idea what to make. Alright, I'm gonna do noodles and chicken stock, basically. Make chicken noodles. It's like those bachelor super noodles thing, but with like, you know, egg noodles and actual stock. So it's like fancy super noodles. Where I know what the ingredients are and I'm allergic to anything. Oh no! She abandoned you until 10 p.m. Oh my god. I mean, you could always get takeout. You know. Takeout is an option. Pizza is good. I gotta do a Tesco order for tomorrow. I'll be getting pizza. Because, well, pizza. I don't need a reason for pizza, do I? And fish. Feed yourself by yourself. I mean, yeah, seriously, just, you know, take out. Fish and chips. Noodles. You can get anything from takeout, pretty much. But yeah. Right, well, I enjoyed playing that, even if there was no one else watching for most of it. I don't know what to do, because I want to do more of the game, and I want to do it on stream. I don't want to alienate people. Aww. I mean, you know, it depends who you've got, but if you've not had a good track record with that, so then, yeah. You could always get takeout from an actual shop that was nearby, and then you could do takeout yourself. You could do like a pickup. Depending on, you know, because I mean, there's like, it's London. There's like a butt ton of places that you can get takeout from. And, you know, I don't think it's raining at the moment. Not that I know if it's raining in North London. It's not raining here. It's just, you know. Yeah. But yeah, so I'm enjoying this game. I got 6 achievements today. I'm happy with that. And I completed the Massacre on the Amaterasu Express. So yeah. I think I'm just going to quit out because it's saved. And then it'll pick up there next time I bring it up. I mean, the best thing about having takeout leftovers is then you have another meal. I got chimkin on Friday. And, you know, I've got chimkin for my sandwiches for many more meals. So you get leftovers. Leftovers are good. As long as they're leftovers that you can cook. Chimkin. Yeah. I like chimkin. There was also mozzarella sticks, but I ate all those. There's never any leftover mozzarella sticks. They do not reheat very well anyway, so you have to eat them fresh. At least that's my excuse. It wouldn't matter, even if they could, because I'll be honest, I'm never gonna, you know, have leftover mozzarella sticks. That is not a thing that is ever gonna be left over in my house, because I just eat them all. It's like, it's melted cheese. No, I refuse to believe, Ray, that there is any way to, other than to nom them all at once. I am stubborn in that I believe that the only way to eat them is fresh and nice and warm. Oh dear. I am silly. I am aware of this. But yes. I do unfortunately have to end the stream. Though it is really good talking to you, Ray, and hopefully I will talk to you again soon. Do you want mozzarella sticks now? Because I said mozzarella sticks. But yes, you should go get food, because once you have food, then you can come back and then you don't have to go out again. And I feel like that is always a good thing. Once you, sometimes it's like, I don't want to go out, but if I go out, then I have food and then I don't have to go out again. Especially if you don't trust the delivery driver, or they've been notoriously bad. But yeah. Yeah. I always make people want cheese. Cheese is just, you know. If I was ever diagnosed as lactose intolerant, I would just be like, no, give me tablets. I cannot not have cheese. It's the same with gluten. It's like, no, I like bread too much. There must be another solution. It's like, you take away my cheese, you take away my bread, what is there to live for? Potatoes. I don't think people can be allergic. Can you be allergic to potatoes? I suppose you can be pretty much allergic to anything. Technically, potatoes are in the same family as like tomatoes and stuff. I think it's like the belladonna bit. So it is possible that people could be allergic to potatoes. So yeah, I will add that to my list of things. I mean, I'm sensitive to enough food that I don't need, you know, my favorite staples, my safe foods to be suddenly unsafe. Anyway, on that note, I will bid you do gene rewriting so that, yeah, because, yeah, I feel like allergies must be genetic, right? Yeah, I totally would want my genes rewriting to be able to enjoy foods. Nothing else. Except maybe get rid of the eczema. The eczema does drive me nuts. But yeah, I would love to just be able to eat anything. I mean, I can never type, Ray, you know, so I'm never gonna judge. As long as I can read the sentence, I will just assume what you meant, unless it's really not obvious. But yeah, the amount of times I'm typing in chat and I'm like, well, that was words. They weren't spelled right and they weren't in the right order, and the sentence changed halfway through, but somehow still people understand me. So I don't judge. We listen, we don't judge. But yeah, right. I gotta go to the bathroom. You gotta go get food. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks to James also for earlier. And yeah, the rest of you, well, hopefully you had a good nap. Anyway, I've been Joe, otherwise known as Angel SK. I will be back with more Raincoat because I really enjoy it. And Ray, you've got nothing to apologize for. I am just teasing. I'm going to play this game anyway because I'm loving it. You know, people want to watch, people don't want to watch. That's fine. But I'm going to play it anyway. Catch you later. Bye.